veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
woo, okay. Try that a second, third, fourth time. Guys, I am sorry. We were podcasting. I was just getting all into it, and everybody was like, wait a minute. Somebody said, I don't think we're live, Aubrey. My bad, guys. I am so sorry. But welcome in, guys. I was just saying that we were here in Michigan. We were about to have a storm, so I didn't know if it was going to go through today anyway, but then the skies cleared up, and of course I forgot to hit the live button. Okay, so I apologize, my bad. How's everybody doing?
And because Aubrey was late, she's going to send everybody in the chat a Cash App.
Yes, and via Alex. That's how I'm going to send my Cash App. It's going to be via. So when you see Alex on it, but just know that it's from me, okay, guys?
I'm glad I'm in the chat.
There you go. Jay, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. It is hot out here. It's 100 degrees. So.
Oh my goodness, exactly. I know I've got like fans and air conditioning and everything going on at the same time. Ryan, how you doing over there down there in Texas?
It's hot down there too. Definitely humid and hot.
Humid and hot. That's my Texas. You know, I told you my mom was born and raised in Houston, and I used to spend all my summers there growing up. I love Houston. I love it. I love H-Town. Jeremy, how you doing? You okay?
I am fine. I was gonna say it's hot as well, but I feel like that's a little bit too
generic.
Yeah.
But at least we're live, though. You're saying it to a live audience, though, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait a minute, Monique. Alex, you got to read this comment on the screen.
Monique, I don't know why I always think this is Alex rapping. That's not me.
It kind of gets like a impersonation, like whoever is doing it is kind of trying to impersonate Detroit's own Eminem, right?
You think so?
I mean, just it gives me that feel. That's all. That's to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Kenya from Cali. Hey, in the house. Welcome in. And my girl Talk with Slana. Good to see you guys.
The chat's starting to get lit already. We got to get into this.
Yeah, we got to get into it. Yep. Okay, let me get these notes up here. We got a few people in. I guess they say, wow, we were waiting a good minute for you guys to come. This got LNV, DeSosa. I'm sorry, DeSosa.
Yeah, there she goes.
Hey,
now I'm happy.
Kirby, that's my guy. What's going on, Kirby? And of course, the wonderful, the one and only, the unique Roro. Got Roro in the house. Hey, Roro, you okay?
Roro is real. Roro
is for real. That's what's up. That is what's up. Wow. Okay, guys.
Let's hit it. Let's start shooting some people down.
Let's shoot some people down.
Right. So I said, I got in my notes, the two ladies who were in the bottom last week, they need to step up. They need to up their game this week. Do you think they will? So I guess, we all know the answer to that, but we're going to get into that in a minute. So all the singles meet up at the bar 1 for a brunch date. You got mimosas and sexy singles. Let's see, take that off. And the question is, was Dominique's response to being in the bottom 2, do you think that was helpful to her, or was it hurtful, and why? Jay, you wanna take that first? We're talking about Dominique because remember she was last week. She was in the bottom 2, right?
We're speaking on how she approached the men when she got into the lounge.
Yeah, her whole just right. Yeah, basically that's it exactly. Yes.
I never think that approach actually benefits any of the ladies that we ever seen in the past that has done that same approach. It puts the men up against the wall, and it just makes them feel cornered. And I'm not going to say that it would be just a men's reaction, because us as women, if a man came to us and was like, why are you doing this? Like, we'll feel the same way. So nobody ever wants to feel cornered about why I'm not choosing you. That's like not the right, like, I don't ever think that's the right approach for anybody to take. I think you should just have conversation and then work it into the conversation, by small talk, and just be like, hey, is there anything that I can do better since I was in the bottom? Don't just make it seem like you put me at the bottom. Why you do it? And I know she tried to joke it off, but she came off like a little abrasive when she did it. So the joke didn't even land at the end. So the laugh and all that is just like, okay. Yeah. Most of the men was running.
Yeah, well, who's more abrasive, Dominica or Cherie? I mean, that's going to be up for debate.
Sharice is at aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm going to be at flat out say it. She's at aggressive, but
right. But right now we're just talking about the response from Dominique at being at the bottom too. Ron, you've been there before, so here we got our own. Let me give you a hand, Ron. You've been there before, so like, what did you think if you were a guy and you were in that situation and Dominique was on you asking you, well, why'd you put me at the bottom? What do you think? Is that a helpful response for her, trying to up her game?
Like I said, I was in the bottom on the first. It was 3 of us. Most guys gonna deny putting her in the bottom anyway, so there's really no point. I don't think it hurts or help. I know it's different responses. So like Troy was in the bottom and he was going around like, hey, why y'all put me in the bottom? Who put me in the bottom? Like this, and that. And right. I took accountability. I was like, I just got to step my game up. You know what I mean? I was like, let me go lean more towards my strengths. There's a lot of competition out here. You know what I mean? I took accountability for being in the bottom. And I came back to the next mixer and most thing a little more ready, a little more prepared, a little more comfortable, a little more confident, and ready to go. And plus, I kind of had a mindset that, if I got sent home, it was meant to me. I was kind of mad at the first person who got sent home in our season. I mean, we weren't even out there 30, 40 minutes and they did a cut.
Was it really that quick? I mean, I think it looks to us like, as the viewer, it looks like you guys are there all night and, maybe 4 or 5 hours later.
I would say it was during like the playoffs. Playoffs come on like around, NFL come around like 2 o'clock. And I was like, this dude still got time to go catch the game. I was like, if I wasn't right now, so I can go get the game. Maybe I'm gonna get at least watch the game. Don't cut me later on after we done all this work, and then I gotta leave. Like, I'd rather be the first one out because he had this whole day still to go do what he wanted to do. That's how early the cut was. But
wow, that was like the mailman. Was that the mailman guy?
No, that was he did the first one was the guy was
I'm sorry.
The teacher
guy.
The
teacher. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was the mailman first and then the teacher, but it was the teacher.
No, it was the other way around. And,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very quick cut. He didn't really have enough time to really demonstrate his strengths or anything. It was just like, okay, we're making a cut. We was like, what? That first mixer is ruthless. It's cutthroat. They throw you out to the wolves, and you just gotta. It's a meat market, and and if you even better be dressed to the T as you're a guy and tall or a girl looking good, or you better have very social skills and be able to talk and stand out a little bit. If not, it gets a little cutthroat. So
yeah, I never agreed with eliminations in episode 1 of the season. I never agreed with that. You still got to give people opportunity to get to know one another, meet one another, spend a little time. But they just don't do that. They go right into cutting people off.
No, that first episode is about attraction. You don't have enough time to really get to know anybody. It's about, as I said, for the guys, it's usually the shortest guy. Usually, you know how black women y'all are about y'all height. Usually, the shortest guy is in trouble.
Oh my goodness, he did not. No, he
I'm
did
tall.
not.
Look, Ron, I'm tall. I can't. It's nothing personal.
I get it.
You're tall. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", so
you are tall. Oh,
yeah, the shortest guy or the most antisocial guy is they're already in trouble. There's nothing they can do about it. It's like because you don't got enough time to
That's funny because I would probably go for the antisocial guy too. That'd probably be the one I go.
No, well, it depends. You could be antisocial if you're 6'5".
Right, because the women are already flocking to him. He don't have
Yeah,
he can just sit in the corner and the women will be lining up because he's 6'5". Right.
Yeah, he could be quiet and let us get his point across different. But if you not, then you got to stand out. You have to, show your swag or show some social skills to the females. And it's a meat market. Like I said, it ain't their fault. They don't know you. We don't have enough time. And you got to put your best foot forward. You know what I mean? It's based on a lot of looks, a lot of attraction, even with the females. We're looking at the girls and seeing, we don't know who's cool yet. So we're looking at the dresses, who looks good in it, all that stuff. So,
but Ron, is the strategy to get around and try to meet everyone or as many women as possible if you're a guy, and the reverse if you're a woman? I mean, isn't that the goal, to get around and meet as many people as you can of the opposite sex?
It is, but you gotta understand, everybody's coming in at different times. So you might have 3 hours over at the mixer. If I'm the last guy, which I was, to get to the mixer, to let me in, now I got 30 minutes to your 3 hours to go meet everybody before the first cut.
Oh wow, that's craziness.
Yeah, some people have a little more advantage. They can catch, if you're the first guy, the first girl in, you catching everybody coming in. So you can make a little connection. And
I wonder how they decide who's going to be the first guy and the first woman that comes in. Like this, it looked like that this mixer this time it was Samson and Jay. Do you remember who the first woman was?
April. I think it was April.
April, yeah, it was April. You're right. And DeSosa has something interesting to say. She says it doesn't make much sense at all. Hello and goodbye, all in the same.
If you look at it, Samson and April, they got a little connection going on and stuff. So they probably had a good 30, 40 minutes together before the next person showed up in the mixer. You know what I mean? To get it started.
Right. Right.
And Roro says, my first strike would be for the most arrogant acting guy. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that arrogant acting guy, you gotta go. Would that have been Devin? You guys, I don't know. Would that have been Devin or
no?
What?
Devin would have fell into the category of the guys that don't take care of their kids.
Yeah. He was a little standoffish too. Kirby says those shows are they're a little superficial. Kirby, they really are.
At first, but then later on, we got a game changer, and the game changer is the phone. We don't have any numbers right now. Once everybody's able to get us some phone numbers and stuff, that's when we can start calling and getting to know each other. That's the part you don't see, but.
Can I ask you a question, Ron? So were you able to, within the first couple of mixers, or the mixer and then the brunch later the next day or the next week or whenever, we see it the next week. So to me, it feels like it's a week away, but maybe it's the next day for you guys. Would you say that you were able to get almost all of the ladies' phone numbers? And I'm just asking.
She being nosy.
Exactly. I'm being nosy.
You can get as many as you want. Some I didn't want. You know what I mean? But and honestly, when I went out there, I was new to all this, so I wasn't like, I saw Jason get everybody's number, and then I was like, well, let me get my butt up.
Oh wow, Jason did? Okay.
Well, Jason was like our resident phone directory. Like he had every guy's number and girls. So
he's like, okay, I get it. Yeah,
yeah.
Like
Me, I'm just sitting there. We don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm supposed to get numbers or they're giving us no direction. I see him get everybody's numbers, so I'm like, let me get my butt up and go get some numbers too, because.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you think that, Ryan? How are you going to stay in touch with these ladies after you meet them if you don't have the?
You don't know. You're thinking, maybe they're gonna set us on the dates. Maybe I wasn't that familiar with the process yet. I was learning where I was going. So
and they really don't tell you what to do. They just
they don't say get everybody's number now and make your connection. No, you kind of just got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, nobody's gonna tell you no on a number,
Right, because the whole purpose is a dating show, right?
Yeah, it's a dating show. It's definitely. But if your phone game is off or weak, you're in trouble, because that's about 80% of our communication.
Okay, so by phone, because I know for your generation, I'm an older woman. So tell me, are you talking texting? Are we really speaking texting here, basically?
Nah, you won't win texting. You have to call. I'm a texter, and I think one of the things I like most about the show was I actually spent a lot of time talking to females again on the telephone, because you have to. If not, if you're texting and the next guy is calling her and they're having a better connection, then you're you're gonna lose your girl. So you're forced. You're forced to call. And yeah.
Okay, well, let me get back some of these. Thank you. Some of these
depending on who's eliminating.
Okay.
That week, depending on how many phone calls you guys are gonna pick up. So if it's the guy's turn to eliminate a girl, they picking up that phone. If it's the girl eliminate a guy, then you might not be able to get a call back.
That's crazy. I mean, just to me, I don't know. I've never been on this show.
So sad.
Just be right. Just be yourself and be the same week to week. That's just me. Like, be yourself and be. I mean, like, there's probably going to be times on any given week that I'm not going to be able to call you back, if that makes sense. If I'm busy with work, I'm busy with my children or whatever that thing is. But be the same. It
is, but you have to make time for this if you're going to do it right.
Right. Well, if I'm going to make time, I'm going to make time on the weeks, even when it's the guys' week, to be eliminated. You see what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like a little disappointed to hear that people really are that calculated and that strategic that they can't just be as available as possible on.
No, it has to be both. It's a competition.
Okay.
And some right, and you're looking for love at the same time. You can't look for love if you eliminate it. So,
right.
You got to be a little strategic too, and try to be as genuine as possible, I guess. So.
Okay. Well, guys, next thought that I had is down on the scroller on the ticker. I got hey. Sadly, Looney is positive for the panorama. We know what that is, YouTube, so we know what she has, and she'll be back next week, which is kind of cool because I guess she kind of skipped being eliminated, right?
Well, she had no symptoms. She had no symptoms at all.
Did the women work? Okay, so now the women are working. Did the women work for that? Did they twerk for that to the best of their abilities? What are your thoughts on that? We'll start with Jay.
The rest of the women left. I guess they were doing what they needed to do.
Twerking. I didn't see anybody twerking.
No, that's what Tommy said. That's what.
Yeah. It's kind of it's a spinoff of what he said. Those were his words. I should have put those in quotation because okay. I'm not. I don't care about nobody twerking. So really,
I must be going crazy. I don't miss a good twerk. I don't miss that.
Are you thinking about Ace's twerk last season?
No, I'm thinking about asking Jay to twerk. You twerk, Jay?
What?
Okay. All right. Jeremy, you had something you wanted to say.
You must want my Cash App.
Oh gosh, this is.
It's disintegrating quickly. I know, Jeremy, but come on in and save the day. Come on, you can do
it. So this is like when all of the women was just going around, basically, mingling and stuff, right?
Yes, at the brunch.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, so I had a couple of issues here. So the first issue that I had kind of relates to what was talked about earlier when it came to Dominica. Is it Dominica or Dominica?
Dominica.
I like Dominica better. That's what I'm gonna call her. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
but like what I was saying was that like what had put her in the bottom wasn't the fact that she was not talking to everybody or socializing or anything else like that. So I felt that it was a little bit unfair to kind of just leave her to try to figure out what it is that she needed to change because you really did not know. So she went over to Mike, who was sitting with Sharice, or I think Sharice came over there while they were sitting together, and she was asking, Mike. So, she said, so why was I in the bottom? Like, I just really want to know, because this is an educational moment for me. Like,
it's the voice.
That's right. Like, although she was loud, I could really tell that she really was not trying to be abrasive. That's just like how she speaks. But she really wanted to know because she's sitting here saying, well, I'm talking to everybody. I'm conversing with everybody. I'm mingling and I'm doing the things I'm supposed to do, but I was in the bottom and I don't know what's going on. And I really want to know. I was a little bit more irritated with Mike and Sharice in this because one thing I've noticed about Mike is that Mike is intimidated by a woman whose light shines brighter than his. He wants to be the star. He wants to be the center of attention in that relationship that he's in. He doesn't want the woman to have a bigger personality than him. He does not want the woman to be funnier than him. He just wants her to almost kind of like be quiet, be, you know, submissive, just be in the corner and shut up and just allow him to just talk and do whatever he wants to do. But like I was saying, if you felt all of those ways, and I felt like you should have been able to communicate what it is that landed her in the bottom, and it didn't even have to be rude. You could have just been a man and just say, well, the reason that we as a consensus felt that you were one of the bottoms is because like maybe you were a little bit loud, you know, it was just coming off a little bit aggressive, but you didn't say anything. But you said all of this bold stuff on camera, but you're afraid to say this to this woman's face, even though it's going to be on national television, is what I was mad at. It's not like he just said this stuff in secret. He like the stuff that he said, he was up there like, you know, I wasn't impressed with her. It's plenty of Dominicas in Miami. I'm not impressed. I prefer a woman who don't talk too much, you know, all of that type of stuff. Why couldn't you have that same gumption to tell her what landed her in the bottom? And then my issue with Charisse was Charisse wants to impede and say, like, let me just tell you woman to woman, like, you just a little bit too loud, like you almost busted my eardrums. Like, what you should have done was pull her to the side and tell that to her, because what you did, you literally embarrassed her in front of everybody. And she's lucky that Dominica has a very kind personality. She's not very combative or mean. So she didn't take it personally, although I feel like she should. But then my thing is like, but when everybody's talking to Charisse about what Charisse needs to change, about what Charisse was doing when the women all got together, Charisse got upset.
Jeremy.
Well, y'all gonna stay off Cherie for a minute. But I find it interesting that she ended up on the bottom again herself. We're going to try to advise somebody else on how not to end up on the bottom. That's very interesting.
Right, exactly. And to what Jeremy is saying, it absolutely felt like Charisse is being passive aggressive. She's being very mean girlish when she says woman to woman, because generally speaking, when a woman says woman to woman, it's just women to women. It's not a man right in the middle. So that was very disrespectful and very insensitive. If you're going to tell me how to be better, pull me to the side one-on-one and tell me. That's what you do.
But you know what? Actually, Aubrey, I already know what's going to happen. You know what we're going to blame it on? Going to blame it on editing. That's what we love to do.
That's always coming.
Editing.
It's always coming.
Editing. We crafted this whole scene together.
But you know what? You know what? Cherie is this season's Carmen. That's what Cherie is.
She's definitely got masculine energy. I don't know about Carmen, but for me, she definitely has a lot of masculine energy. Yeah. And I'm wondering, why is she here? Because later on we hear her talking about, you know, like she doesn't need a man. So like, why are you on a dating show to date men?
And one thing Carmen was desperate for a man. One thing Carmen always had in her purse was her track shoes to chase after any man in the scene.
Oh Lord!
Like, but I can at least respect Cherie. She ain't about to chase no man.
Yeah.
But Carmen didn't have. She put them blue contacts in, put on them Skechers, and she kept on tracking. Like, you know. So I don't know if I feel like she's very similar to Carmen. I feel like if anything, she's similar to Zadia towards the ending of season 5.
I hope Cherie makes it to at least the middle of the season. I hope she makes it to at least the middle.
You said Cherie, you hope she makes it to at least the middle of it. I think she's gonna be around because I think she's good for the show. I mean, it's kind of like what's the woman? Not Carmen, but before Carmen, the season before, the one who ended up with the guy and they like met right away, and she was telling all the women. Camille, I think, you know, she's got something, you know, she's kind of like the person you love to hate, right?
But she got the lips for the assignment. That's what she got. That's what I like to see.
That's she. Okay.
She has the what for the assignment? No, I really didn't hear what you said. I'm asking you to repeat yourself. I didn't hear you.
Cherie got the lips for the assignment. I'll leave that alone.
You need some help.
You know what? You need to go back over there on that magnetic repelling magnetic.
But
You
the problem is,
doing the most. What is it?
does she
Come
have
on,
a
Ryan.
connection though? Like the only person that was checking for her was Devin. He gone.
Well, Devin
Good
wasn't
point.
checking. Devin wasn't checking for her. Devin was trying not to get eliminated, but it still didn't work.
He was checking her, Jeremy. He was sucking her toes.
He's sucking her toes.
No.
Devin felt.
Hey, Jay, I don't have a problem with him sucking her toes. Do you, Jay?
Yes, I do.
Well, I don't. Well,
Yes,
what's your problem?
I have a
What's your
whole.
problem? Is he gonna kiss somebody afterwards or what? What's going on?
I mean, you know, them two. I don't want to see it. Like if I was at the thing, I seen how Swayze did. He kind of like I would have been the same way. Like, are you serious? You putting a whole foot in your mouth? Like
It's sanitized with chlorine. Chlorine sanitized on
I
it.
don't care if it's sanitizing chlorine. Her attitude
There you
looked
go.
like she got
There you go.
corns.
Ron has it all figured out.
Yeah,
It's just-
I don't care.
I think
Her
Ron
attitude
has
looked
been
like
a
she
toe
got
sucker.
corns. Okay, her attitude looked like she got fungus in her toes, all kind of stuff. That's what her attitude give me. Do not that. It's no sanitizer that's gonna clean that off. So no, do not.
I think Ron has been a toe sucker in another life, and he just doesn't want to tell us.
This life.
Oh no. So moving on along here. Okay, in your opinion, what is justice strategy? Was it effective? Okay, so when we talking about the men and what they were doing at the brunch and how they were moving and operating, Devin's he's sweating and he's worried about the heat. Samson with Shakira. You guys have any thoughts on that? Ron, I'm going to ask you a little bit. What do you think about how Devin and Samson and Justice, the men, were moving?
Well, I think Devin, like you said, I don't think he had a match here at all. I think he, if I could be honest, I don't think he has a huge track record with black women, maybe. And especially
Right.
the complexion ones. That's the only reason why you run to the girl that he did. He felt comfortable with her being maybe a little more lighter complected. But she's
you saw what I saw. Not to cut you off, but I just got to say this. I literally saw them as they gazed across the room and said, "We are the two lightest people here. We must stick together. This is us against them."
Not because she's not attractive and vice versa. It's because she's 13 years older than him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not, that's not going to be a serious relationship. He's smart enough to know he's not going to never date a woman 13 years older than him. So the only other suggestion is he gets feel comfortable over there for whatever reason. And we almost kind of know how when the other women are saying we ain't getting no vibe from him, or he's feeling uncomfortable, or he's not starting any conversation with us. And I think he's the type of guy, if you would have put him in a different environment, you would see a different Devin.
If you put him in with white women,
or whatever his flavor,
whatever flavor, because it could be Hispanic women. It doesn't necessarily have to be Caucasian women, but we could tell that he doesn't seem like he's real familiar with the sisters. That's the feeling I got.
He got the look, he got the style, swag. He was dressing right, so I know he talks to women. You know what I mean? It wasn't no second guess on that. So that whole I don't know really talk to women, I thought that was cap. No, you wouldn't have your style right and stuff like that if you weren't used to going out and talking to women. You just weren't used to talking to those type of women, which is the
right. Because he did kind of say something there for a minute. I was kind of like, he's playing like he's shy, but he's clearly got a lot of confidence. So the two things don't generally go hand in hand. You don't have a lot of confidence, and yet you can't get the girl's number. That doesn't make sense to me. Jeremy, you seem like you had some thoughts on it too. You wanna know?
Like, so when we are talking about Justice's strategy, are we talking about what he was discussing with Kayla, or
just in general? Yeah, that part. Anything else that you saw? Just whatever he was doing at the brunch.
So I'm gonna just be real with you. I'm gonna put some of y'all onto some game.
Okay.
I love doing this because, like, I feel like it's so easy for men to see other men's game, but I don't think that women, unless they've been played a lot or have a lot of brothers, they don't really see it. Like what Justice is saying, he's up there like, I'm not gonna spend that much money on you or anything else like that, what he's saying is up there like, I'm not going to put a lot of effort into this relationship.
Right.
I'm not. I'm going to allow you to be around me. I'm going to be around you. You might even sleep with me. I'm not going to spend any money on you. I'm not going to really show you any interest, but I'm going to take all of that stuff that you're giving me, and I'm gonna put you on hold and make you feel that it's like this date is coming, or it's like, you know, you might be in this this quote unquote running for something, but it never really happens because you were already giving me everything that I need already. When he's up there like, I don't need to spend money on you, I'm spending time with you. That's how I show you that I like you. But I'm saying that, like, you telling them that you like them is you're saying that you're already having interest. So if you therefore like them enough to want to spend all of this time with them, why don't you want to like them enough to take them out on a date and, you know, really court them and treat them like a lady? It's because, number one, he may be financially not in the most stable place. Number two, he's a player in this game. And number three, he doesn't feel that he has to court a woman because all the women flock to him like they were doing last episode. It's all game. Like I said, I was not impressed with Justice last episode. I knew immediately what he's saying was some BS. And I was really happy that Kayla was able to peep it and then remove herself from the situation because like Justice is not here for anything serious. He's here for games. Ain't no, you're talking about like spending time not taking women on dates, and these women are in their late 30s to 40s. These ain't no 21-year-old women.
Right.
These women got kids.
Right. And how hard is it? My thing as a woman, how hard is it for a guy? He's saying, well, I don't want to take you out until I know I'm interested in you. How hard is it to assess for a man that's a grown man in their 30s to look at a woman, talk to her for a few minutes like they're doing, and to figure out whether or not you want to take her out? It's not that difficult.
I'm going to stand up for him for a second and say this.
Okay.
Come on, y'all. It's Miami. And I've been to Miami and I went on that strip and I bought a girl a drink and the drink was $30. And I said,
what?
okay, let me get away from this. Let me get away from this strip. Let me go around like 10 miles down. So I found the spot. I was like, oh, nice little hole in the wall. I was like, this place is up my alley. And I said, all drinks on me this round. I feel comfortable here. And put my card down and got that bill back. And them drinks were $30.
What?
You're dealing in a type of city where, I mean, let's admit, a lot of women they date for experiences and things of that nature. And it's very expensive. So a lot of guys have probably tailored their game down and say, yo, I'm not about to keep doing this. If I don't have full interest and she doesn't have full interest in me, because it's very expensive to date in Miami and some of the women are superficial. I think he personally just got sick of it. And I knew that when Kayla said, this is some Miami shit. And because that wouldn't fly in Houston at all. It ain't going to fly in D.C. It ain't going to fly in Atlanta. What he was saying and what he's going to do. And that's why a lot of women that were probably watching it from other cities was like, oh, no. But in Miami, you might have to move a little different.
Well, can I like ask a question then?
Sure.
Like, if that is the case and you're tight for money because the drinks are $30, quote unquote. But let's also talk about the fact that we were literally in DC and Potomac and Houston. Well, I can't really speak that much for Houston, but I'm saying DC and the Potomac area are more expensive than the Miami area, if not even more expensive.
Miami is the most expensive in the country, over Vegas, over LA, bar none.
Really?
Yeah, are you specifically?
Know that.
Are you talking about specifically about bar or about living or about cost of living?
I'm talking about for dating experiences. If she wants,
but I'm saying if you can't afford to take a woman out on a date, then why are you living there?
Well, it's not. He's not saying he can't afford. He's saying I can't afford to take a bunch of y'all out. So if you're talking to a bunch of other guys and not just interested in me, I'm not gonna be one of those guys on your Wednesday to take you out here in Miami because it's very expensive and I'm trying to date too. So we might have to slow it down at first until we find out that we got mutual interests. Because
he also said that he don't believe in dating multiple women anyway. So that wouldn't even really
he was saying she said she believes in dating multiples.
Yeah, but he said he does not. So it's not like he would be doing this with multiple women. It would just be one. Anyway.
And he told me that they gotta wait 1, 2, 10, 15, 30 years.
So that one woman got to wait 10 years for you to take her out to go get a drink.
I don't believe in that one woman crap anyway.
If she's got you, what you say?
I don't believe he did no one at a time anyway. Not in Miami.
And let's also say this. Like let's be real here. It's plenty of other things to do that you can spend your money on rather than just taking a girl out to go get a drink or something like that. We can go indoor skydiving, we can go bowling, we can go out to eat, go watch a movie. It's so many different things to do. You don't have to take me to some expensive club to have a good time. You could literally do anything. But he's choosing not to do anything at all.
Trying to talk to in that area, because in Miami, these women are used to different experiences. There's ballers everywhere.
What I'm saying, if you're not a baller, then you shouldn't be there. If you're not equipped to date in that area.
And Jeremy, he need to go ahead and take Corey from DC's class, that 825, 875,
1199.
Yeah, whatever that dating he got. He obviously it works. Let him take that class so he can figure out how to get these dates across. Or whatever, and stay out the club. Stay out the club. You ain't got to stay. You ain't got to buy drinks in the club. You can buy a bottle and go on a picnic. It's cheaper.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think that every woman, and I get what you're saying, Ron. I know that a lot of women like the baller experience, but honest to goodness, only a handful of women are ever going to date, let alone get in a serious relationship, let alone marry a baller. So the rest of us, be practical, find a guy that you like that has a good job and work it with them. I mean, so if he wants to take you on a regular date, what's the big deal? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand that.
Well, the deal is it's competition. It just is what it is. So if you're interested in it, there's other men are too. So if you offering Starbucks and breadsticks, or in Corey's case, rich crackers in a Trader Joe bottle of wine, and the other guy's offering the usher tickets to the concert, who gonna win the fight?
I mean, he's not even competing. He's not even competing, Ron, because he said he ain't even taking them out on the date. So what?
At some point, are the women and the men dating for experiences and to one up each other on experiences? Are they dating to get to know one another for marriage or for a serious commitment? Because what is the end goal? I guess is what I'm saying. Because if I'm dating somebody for marriage to look at them as a partner, I don't really care if we go to a $300 concert or they spend $30 and take me on a simple date, as long as I'm getting to know them.
And Aubrey, that most women, not all, because I have to stress all before you start your BS. Most women looking at that wallet. See how extravagant that date can be, and what kind of effort he going to put in money wise. Most women.
But I'm saying, then why not date a woman of your caliber?
Though.
I said most. I didn't say all.
That part, Jeremy.
I'm saying, but like, why not date a woman on your caliber that, like, okay, so I completely understand what Ron is saying over there, but I'm saying that what I'm saying is that if you know that these women are wanting ballers and shot callers, ain't no way that these women are going to be okay with not going on a date at all and just chilling with you on the couch. So I'm saying maybe
that's the thing I'm saying. I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
So I'm saying, like, maybe then you should try to date on a different caliber of a woman who matches the same type of lifestyle that you can afford and are willing to be open to living in.
Well, I think it's always that one girl, somebody gonna spend some money. I mean, I think he was capping on some of it, but let's be realistic here. He got picked to be on a TV show. He's a good looking guy, right? He gonna want something fine. And something fine in Miami costs money. It just is what it is. We ain't talking about it. He's just trying to talk to the average teacher woman in her 40s somewhere off. You know what I mean? No, he ain't looking for that.
I mean, there's plenty of fine teachers out here, but I'm saying if you cannot afford a video vixen or like, a video model, then maybe you shouldn't be trying to entertain them. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to go after looks at that certain age anyway.
He just
like,
been spoiled.
I thought, quote unquote, what Alex and actually Aubrey was saying was that after a certain age, looks should be second to third on what you're looking for, and it should, like, you should be focusing on personality. And there's, like, have y'all not seen all the fine teachers out? Plenty of like, you know, real bad girls are like coming straight out of college, starting to teach 5th grade.
But a man,
you know what,
really ready in order to have that type of mindset, and I think that's going to be the problem for him and Big Mike when it comes down to the end.
Okay, like, well then they're not ready to love. They shouldn't be here. Is what I'm saying. Why come onto this show if you're not ready for something serious, and to be realistic, down to earth, and be real about what you can offer, and not try to lie about it? He tried to come across as somebody, you know, a woman gonna have to work for that money. A woman gonna have to work, but you don't really have that much money. Let's be honest. What do you do for work? Where do you stay? What type of apartment are you in? What type of town are you in? What part of town are you in Miami? Like, you're not fooling anybody. And now you just look, we can tell that you broke, because only a broke person would say that. ain't no man would say that unless they have financial issues. Even if I was very selective on the people that I would want to take out, and then how many dates are you going out on? Like, you can't save up at least $200 to $300, you know, to take somebody out on a date at least for once a month.
And I agree.
He feels the way he feels, even if they're rich or whatever like that. They have a little bit of feeling that way. I used to feel that way a little bit until I just said, hey, I want a good dating experience with the person I talk to. You're going to take a lot of L's that way. I take L's all the time when it comes to that dating experience. But I say, I don't want to go to Starbucks. I want to have a decent meal. I want to have an experience. I want to go to that. If I want to go to that concert, I want to go to that concert. You just get to go with me and things of that nature. I'll pay for that ticket. But sometimes you get to that concert and it ain't going to work out right away. You know it ain't going to work out. Now you with this person and you didn't spend $200 on a ticket for things of that nature. But I've learned to be a gentleman and say, that's the cost to do a business of dating. I'm still going to be a gentleman. I'm still going to, make sure she has a good experience and a good time, and maybe a friendship could come out of it. But what he's trying to say is, I'm not about to buy that ticket or that dinner and stuff until I know there's a love interest and it's not just a friend zone friendship situation or we have a connection.
Okay, let me put it like this, Ron. Let me put it like this. How long would it take you to know this is a love interest? We out of the friend zone with this person. How long would it take you?
It takes, the attraction, right away, but everything else, you don't. I mean, I was dating a woman. It was like 3 months in, I found out like this woman's kind of immature. Like, could I see myself long term?
Would it take you 1 year?
No. 1 year, you're gonna know everything by far.
Yeah. Okay, this man got up to 10 years talking about he gonna do all that for about 10 years before he decided.
Like, don't nobody got that kind of time. Don't nobody got that kind of time.
It's really like it's coming across very very F-boy, very petty, very broke, very struggly in the pocketbooks. And I'm just all I'm
Can you spell struggling for me? Can you spell struggling for me?
You can vision it. It's like
I'm saying, and like you said it yourself, Ron. You said I dated. He's saying that they're not even dating.
They're not even dating.
He's saying they just chilling, talking, probably
he been
having
spoiled.
sex for about a year until he's ready to finally take them out on a date and start dating them. That's crazy.
Aren't we seeing a kind of we get this persona every single season?
Right.
The broke black guy. It was in our season, remember, with AJ, El Cheapo. And then Sean got the bad rep on it on DC. And it's always that.
But there was one shit
they're willing to date and try to pay. Even if they might not have the money, they're still trying to pay. Like, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. This guy is telling you, basically, you are a secret until I'm ready to have you out in public.
Jay, that's because he's been spoiled. I keep telling you guys, it's a numbers game between women and men.
Can you please stop repeating that?
Well, listen, we got new people.
Hear about how it's a numbers game in favor of the men every season.
It is. It is.
But I think he's onto something, Jeremy, whether we want to like it or not. It is what it is. I think Alex is onto something.
I mean, but we say this every season that it's the Hunger Games for the women, that they just got to accept whatever they accept because it's more of them than it is other men. But they always send more men home than they do send women, so it will be less men than there are women. They send Jeremy, 2 men home already.
I'm gonna agree with you about one thing, Jeremy. It's okay to leave the ballers alone, date school teachers and all that kind of stuff, because I like school teachers. I dated a school teacher, and the thing she taught me, woo Lord, you leave that alone.
Okay.
One thing we can't agree on is he was feeling himself to even make that comment this soon, because
you know what?
Listen, you're not gonna ruin my Sunday. You ain't gonna get me in trouble with that. Okay, this is what we not gonna do.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I like teachers.
But what were you saying, Ron?
It was he was feeling himself to make that comment that soon.
Exactly.
So Luke's already told him that the women were liking him, because you wouldn't play it that way, because why do you care right now how much a date costs when we don't pay for dates? We go on the show.
Right. Why is he? That's what I was thinking.
Money, you know what I mean? So yeah, you wouldn't even brought that up if you just just feeling yourself like whatever. I'm gonna say whatever I want to now. I know
you kind of agree with what Alex is saying, that's kind of what it is, that it's kind of like, the man, he's spoiled. This guy is spoiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
I think he's comfortable. He's comfortable. He's not gonna go nowhere. You know what I mean? He's like, I ain't gonna get eliminated, so I'm gonna relax and say.
Can I ask y'all a question? And this is to Jay and Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
What would y'all do if a man invited y'all out to eat, and then at the end he split the bill with you?
We already best friends.
Like, would y'all be open to dating after that? Like, or be open to continue to even think about dating him afterwards? After the check come back and the waiter asks, "Are you gonna pay?" And then he says, "No, we're gonna split the bill."
Who asked who out on the date? Who asked who out on the date?
Well, it's not a date. He just asked y'all out he just asked you out to eat because you are a possible interest, right? Because y'all not dating yet.
No, because once you ask me out, whether you're a friend or whether you could be the same gender. Once you ask me out, same thing. If I ask you out, I'm paying. If you ask me out, you're paying. So no, I wouldn't be going out with him again. No, that's my answer. Just plain.
I'm saying I don't even know. Like I've dated women in the past, and I'm saying even my friends that are girls that I've taken out, I usually cover the tab anyway. Like I'm expected to pay even though they're my friends. So I'm saying, how do you then have a woman who would want to have a romantic interest in you after you done made them split the bill?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's not me. I wouldn't do that. That's not something I would do.
I think what men get wrong is that women pick up on a lot of different clues on that first date. It's not just about the meal. It's not just about that. It's about, she's looking at the tab to see that you tip the waiter. Are you a generous person?
Exactly.
You pull her chair out. That you let her order, or that you what I mean? Different things, the little clues that you pick up during a dinner date with somebody. Does he chew with his mouth open like, you know what I mean? He's having kind of etiquette. Is he, you know what I mean? So she's using this date to kind of pick up on some small stuff that men are not even thinking about. He's only worried about the price of the chicken. I hope she don't order.
Is he looking at the beautiful woman that walks by? Is he all looking in her behind, while I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation?
A lot of different things. When he puts his card down, does he have a nice credit card? That shows his credit score a little bit, right? Little things that she might pick up on how he provides, how generous he is, how chivalrous he is. Is he a gentleman? How nice he is to the waiter, waitress, all those type of things she's picking up on, how you dress. So
yeah, because the first date is your audition.
It's an audition. It is. And that's why I said it's okay to go spend a little money on it, because it is your audition. It is your interview, your whatever, so you want to do it the right way.
This man, you remember all that stuff y'all had to go through to get on this show, Ron? Y'all, all those interviews, all those phone calls, all of that stuff. That's what this man is doing before he decide he gonna cut a check. Okay, so all of that free stuff that y'all was doing to try to get on the show, that's what he's doing with these women. And then if they make it to the show, then it's a date. Then it's a date. See, you guys keep saying these dates, going on a date, and it's an interview. He's not even taking you on a date.
Exactly.
He's not dating you. He's not doing any of that. And if we going Dutch, you're automatically my friend. That's the only people I've ever went Dutch with is my friend.
Tell me this though. Do you think a man could get a strong connection with you without the date, just from the phone? FaceTime you every day and stuff and make a connection that way to figure out.
We can definitely get that. You know, we in long term, we must be in a long distance relationship, but we could definitely get that. You know,
he can say, you know, before I take her out, we just gonna establish.
I'm not doing that for 10 years though.
Okay. So let's play it. Let's do it like this because I feel like while y'all was talking, I developed a perfect scenario that mirrors this. Y'all, and each one of y'all could take part in this. So y'all have a job that you're interested in. You apply for the job. Now they tell you to come up to the job, not to interview, but to shadow and do the work. You do it one day, you do it another day. And mind you, all of this is free. You're not getting paid for this. You continue. They keep on calling you back and back and back to do this free work. And you're wondering, well, when am I going to have this official interview and be hired? They're telling you, you know, well, when I feel that that you are worthy enough to be hired. But you can continue to do these, continue to come over here and do this, what you've been doing and working for free. That's almost literally what he's asking these women to do. Mm-hmm. Guarantee you he having sex during this whole let me find out if you're my interest phase.
Of course
he's turning it down. I don't know if he's having it, but he's not turning it down. Of course,
right? Of course he wants to. Right.
And are they giving it?
Well, I was just about to say that there's some women out there that are willing to, do the tryouts like that. That's on them, right? Because I don't see it. You're not courting me. We're not dating. We're not having sex.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I was a woman, I don't think I'll be cool with the man trying to test out my kitty to see if it got that new car smell. You know, I don't know if I'll be okay with that.
But is it fair to court a woman that's dating other men? She's not a traditional woman. Why am I doing a traditional act like courting?
Okay, see that's the thing. That's a whole nother level. Courting is a whole nother level. That's between you and her. Dating is you date who you date, I date who I date. When we get together, we with each other at that moment. You know, right. Courting is okay. We have made this official that you are my one. We kind of want to exclusive. We taking it to a whole nother level. That's what courting is. And I think that's what the difference with that. But he's not in any of those categories. He's at you are my friend with benefits. And one day I might feed you.
So my question to you is, Ron, would you do any of the stuff that Justice is saying that he would do?
No, I wouldn't do none. Like I said,
okay, then I feel like that negates all of this.
No, but like I said, it took time where I said, you know, this is just the cost of doing business. Is the cost of dating is take a girl on a nice date, show her a good experience. You're a man, be an alpha. Prime example: if I told you I'm taking you to dinner and dancing tonight, and we go to dinner, and I say it's no connection at all, I'm still going to take you dancing because I committed that time that you already said I was going to go. I'm still going to show you a good experience. I'm still going to be smiling and joyful. And even though if I know it's not going to be a long-term connection there, I'm still going to be a gentleman and do my job as a man. So it's like, if you're going to take a woman out, take a woman out. Show her, you know what I mean? Do it the right way, I feel.
Yeah, because that's what a man does.
I tried to shortchange it. I tried to do all that type of stuff. I tried to do the $11.99 Corey whatever, you know what I mean? It just does not work. You just might as well just say, put it this way: if I was dying tomorrow and I had a regrets in my head, my regrets not gonna be, dang, she ordered the steak on me. You know what I mean? I had to pay for the steak on that date for that girl. That's not gonna be a regret of mine. So show the woman a good, real date experience, I feel.
Okay.
Right. And then I gotta interrupt, guys. Mocha Mimi has a point. She says for us women, when it comes to dating, we wear our nice clothes, we go get our hair done, we do our nails, we put the work in on these dates, only to see that 3-inch return.
Oh, geez.
She said that's for Alex. She said that's for Alex too, by the way.
Oh, geez.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
It's 4 inches for your information. It's 4 inches.
You said 3 3/4? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
3.5 inches.
Okay, I don't want to.
Don't be insulting me now. Don't short me now. 3.5.
I don't want to short you. I don't want to short you. That's what I don't want to do.
Don't want no short man.
Oh my goodness. I want to come back to this. Okay, we're gonna move along. I want to come back to this. The woman to woman discussion that Sharice had with Damika. Jay, can you speak to that a little bit about how she handled that? Because I just touched on it earlier, but I really want to get you guys' opinion on that. Was I wrong?
No, and to be honest, it's nothing far from her what we've seen from her already. So it's not like it wasn't expected. I was actually surprised that she did say it, because I thought she was going to be one of those women that just like to talk behind the back, but not be bold enough to tell you in your face. Mm-hmm. She didn't have the same energy, that's for sure. She sure didn't. She didn't come back with all the extras that she said before. But I didn't like it because it's not woman to woman. You got a whole man sitting in the middle of it all. You're trying to one up her in front of this man. That's what you're actually doing, because the question was addressed to Mike. It wasn't addressed to Sharice. Like, you're not here for the woman, so why are you even responding to try to help her? That's your competition. Mm-hmm. So in a competition setting, that's when you sit there. That's that Robin move. I'm gonna get in your ear to distract you. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the opponent's ear to sit here and get you off your game. And unfortunately, it didn't rile her up in that manner that she was hoping for.
Right.
Because she was really trying to look for the criticism to fix herself. And I appreciate Dominica for that, because a lot of us is not going to sit here and try to fix ourselves up in a moment anyway. We're not going to even look back half the time to say what I did wrong. You're just going to say, oh, something wrong with them people. So I do appreciate her for being a woman and not taking it any other way. Because me personally, I would have been like, girl, if you don't get the heck out of my face, because you was at the bottom with me. So it ain't much you can tell me, because we on the same playing field as far as I can see.
That's what I said, Jay. That's what I said. Sharice must don't realize she was on the bottom 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
She must don't realize that.
Like when I play sports, so you wasn't gonna talk sports to me and think this wasn't gonna be a competition. Like, okay, but you right here being loud, just as loud as I've been. So where does that make you?
And then gonna tell her, tone it down. Yeah. Who are you to tell me to tone it down?
But you're telling her to tone down her light. You're telling her to tone down her personality. You're telling her to tone down herself so you can be better. Like, I'm not gonna do that for you, sis. Sorry. That's just not what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Sorry, what was that, Jeremy?
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought I had myself muted.
Don't be like me. Don't be like me, because I said something and I thought my mic was muted once before too, but I won't tell you about the trouble that caused me. The troubles. Ron, okay, real quick, what are your thoughts? And we're gonna move on. What were your thoughts? If you were Magic Mike and you're sitting there and this woman is asking you about what could she have done better, but then the other woman turns around and says what Sharice said to Dominica, how would you feel? Would you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, but I'm a little skeptical of that scene, because you had two of the women get saved on the first episode, which was kind of weird, and then they come right in and have that conversation. So I thought production told her to go over there and bring that up, but this nigga had that conversation. They had enough time to get it out. It was kind of a weird, awkward situation to just bring that up right there. But
Dominica been asking everybody.
She was asking everybody. Yeah, I was about to say thank you, Jay.
But it was bad advice anyway. I think Dominica should have. I think she had a lot of feminine traits. You know,
yes,
the way she I think she should have led with that more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like on the first couple of episodes, you got to be smart. You got to look at the round in the room and say, okay, if I'm not the most attractive woman here, then I need to make some single connections. And that person will move you along. And a lot of girls did that. A lot of girls found a guy that they liked and they mingle with. Because when you saw the women, when Tommy asked the women, you know, what guys you like, girls were naming one. I like him. And then another girl would name a different guy. And another girl would name a different guy. I was like, okay, I see how they're playing this. I like that. You wasn't like 10 girls on one guy, you know what I'm saying, the same guy, things of that nature. So that means they were trying to find their own little personal connections for who they think, you know, they could work with. And she didn't have one. And I think she should have been spending more of her time to find Swayze, one of them guys over there, and make a connection, show her feminine side, and get that person aboard. Because her trying to play the whole field, she didn't have. I don't think she had that level of attraction level to be able to play it that way.
I don't know. Like I agree with that. Like as far as like, maybe she should have played more strategically. But I'm just saying, I just feel that why does every woman, as soon as they come in, they have to act like this quiet, overtly feminine damsel in distress? It feels that they don't want you to have a personality. They don't want you to be able to laugh. They don't want you to be able to smile. Look, if you're not looking like some type of sexed up pinup doll, that's, hi, my name is Bertha, and I'm just here to I'm ready to love, then they have an issue with that. Because I don't think, I seriously think that I am butchering her name, Dominica. I thought she was beautiful. I didn't, of course, but who's we don't. It's beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I don't know which one of these girls I could say is more attractive than the other. But I'm saying that I don't think that she was that.
Shakira.
I don't know. It's
Shayla.
Shakira be having those same Tina witness protection wigs. It's just
I don't care. Girlfriend is beautiful. I don't care what you say.
Men ain't caring about that.
Right.
I don't care what you say. Shakira is beautiful.
I don't I'm not saying that she's not, but that's besides the point. But what I'm saying is that is that I feel like they often try to stifle the women's personalities, and it shows that so many of these men are easily intimidated by women who have an expressive personality.
You're going to be at first because you don't know the woman yet, so it's going to rub you the wrong way coming off just meeting somebody and they have a very strong personality as a female. I mean, that's just human nature.
But is it necessarily strong because she's making jokes? I'm saying, what signals something being strong?
I don't think it was the fact she was strong or the homeboy situation. Like I said, we're in day 2. It's still a meat market, and I don't think she was on to the guys who were on top of the food chain attraction wise. So that's what I'm saying. She probably should have led to her strengths, which was her femininity, I think.
Femininity,
and then
right.
and partnering up with another guy. You know what I mean? Seeing somebody that she actually liked and said, okay, I think I have something in common with this guy. Let me focus on him. And he would have, I think if she would have done that, that person would have saved her.
But I'm saying, what woman is sitting here thinking I'm not the attractive woman. The most attractive here.
I think a lot of women were like, that dude's cool. You know what I mean? I think I could build something with, his way. And they were kind of picking men that way.
But the thing is,
go ahead.
But are these men that attractive for them to have to feel that way? Are the attraction level of the men the utmost attraction that we gotta fight over, which one of these men matches our attract? I could try to pull because all of these men are so attractive because
it's personal. It's like this. If I'm a woman and I'm looking around, I'm saying, okay, let's say you got somebody like Mike, who's probably a popular guy, right? Mm-hmm. Stands out big, and they're probably like, okay, well, it's 3 girls that's probably gonna try to get on him. This other dude on the other side, he might not be as popular, but he cool. And he got a little job. He got his stuff together. I'm going to go over here and find out what's up with him. I'm not going to be in the Justice line or the Mike line like everybody else. And I'm going to try to make a connection over there. That's going to work this season. Watch.
Then why not just get a whole bunch of people that are on the same level of attraction? I feel like they set people up. I will never forget that when they were in DC, that girl who got eliminated first, I feel like they had set her up. They knew based on all of the people that they brought into the show that she was going to get eliminated first. Just like I felt like they did that.
Oh, they know.
I feel like they did that with Keena last season.
They know.
You have all of these people around, and then let's also talk about the fact that she was the most almost voluptuous woman there. Other women.
Who was the most voluptuous woman there? Jeremy?
I was saying that second to what's her name? The jiggly one.
Jiggly.
The jiggly one.
Are you talking about the flight attendant, Brandy? You talking about Brandy? Or
No,
Kaden?
not Brandy. It was a woman who it was a woman who said, you know, I got all of these boobs. Trinika, yeah, Trinika. Like, yeah,
oh yeah.
Like aside from Trinika, I felt that she, when I'm talking about Dominica had, like, you know, the most voluptuous body out of all of them. Like, those two were very thick.
Mm-hmm.
Except that one of them was more pear-shaped. And I'm talking about Tranica.
Mm-hmm.
Pear-shaped. Oh, okay. She's brick house shaped. She got a body. Like,
I thought pear-shaped was a brick house. You know, you was very bottom heavy. You got the boobs, but like
it's proportionate with her. I think it looks good on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Like I feel I don't know. Why is Justice and Mike the sexiest ones? Is because they got body? Because we all
I don't think they're the favorite. I think my man is the favorite.
Justin.
RJ, what is his name?
LJ?
Is that the one that's the paramedic?
Oh, Swayze.
No, I think he's talking about Randall.
He's real tall.
Randall.
He's taller than everybody by a long shot.
Yeah,
King Randall. King Randall.
Yeah, King Randall. Yeah.
I like Randall because Randall seems like he's a regular guy, and he seems like he's just got regular sensibilities. Like all this baller mentality and all this extra stuff to me is just too much.
Yeah, and aside,
quit trying to play like you're a baller. I don't like that.
Yeah, and like. And now look, all of the women that flocked over there to Mike and Justice, one of them, like, they either getting told to shut up or they getting told that they ain't going on no dates for the next 10 years. Like, so did it really work out?
Oh Lord, you guys are something else. Well, so guys, we move on. In the fellows lounge, as Tommy likes to call it. The men talk about red flags in the women, like Caden, Sharice, and Dominica. Dominica, of course, being, you know, some of the fellas say she's a little loud, or they get a homegirl vibe from her. And I want to ask you about that in the second round. But was Sharice being a dipper? So Sharice was kind of talking to the guys. We saw her kind of asking the guys, well, you know, she didn't ask them what she did wrong. She just basically made herself, to what Ryan was saying, she was very strategic because she knew she had been in the bottom the last time around. And so this time she really kind of made sure that she talked to all the men. And then, or what is this I'm saying? Or anti-male. Sharice being anti-male. Never mind that part. But Ryan, could you address the red flags in the room with the women and what you thought about, you know, what the guys were saying about Caden, Sharice, and Dominica?
Let me get your question right. So red flags, I guess with Dominica was the home girl vibe.
Yeah. What makes a man feel like a woman is a home girl? What gives guys that home girl vibe?
It's an excuse. It's just a nice way of saying that they weren't attracted to her.
That's kind of what I was wondering, because
it's an excuse. And everybody wants, you know what I mean, a girl that's cool. You know, like he was saying, I don't understand it. Why would you not want a girl you can be friends with or can hang out with and things of that nature? It's like, yeah, we do, but we want to be attracted to her 100% also. And I just think, for whatever reason, that group of guys, because like I said, she's pretty. That group of guys was feeling her the least. From an attraction standpoint, I don't think anything she could have done better. I mean, I think she would have been on her way out, you know, regardless, yeah.
Okay, well, okay. So now, what about Sharice? What is your take on her and the guy saying that she was a bit of a red flag, and really the only guy that stuck up for her was of course Devin.
Well, I think Sharice's problem is, like I said, I think Sharice maybe in that area in her 30s. She was probably very, very, very attractive back then. I mean, still pretty now, but you know what I mean? She was probably had a lot of pretty privilege. And then, you know, after a woman has that much pretty privilege and attention, the next thing she wants to do is she wants to get her stuff together. I think she accomplished that goal and being successful in her business and stuff. And now it's okay. To her, she's reached all her goals. She's got all the validation that she wanted, which is younger. Now her business going good, so she thinks she should have this. And the guys are saying, nah, I mean, you 44 now. This, I mean, like it's different. You know what I mean? And I think she's gonna have to make some adjustments. And I don't know if she can do that or not.
Yeah, that was my thought. I don't know if she's able.
Yeah, I don't know if she's able. I think she would. I don't believe in that. I don't need a man thing. Where I think those women are the ones that need a man the most. And
yeah, but do men need them though? Because if a woman is saying she doesn't need a man, does a man need her?
They do. Like I said, it depends on if they get together. Like honestly, like in season 3 with Simone, we know Simone and Rashida are engaged now.
Right.
They're about to get married, and I'm very good friends with Simone. And Simone parts of her kind of reminded me of Sharice at the beginning, like way before she even met Rashid, whatever like that. And she said, "Okay, I'm getting close to a certain age. I need to get this together," and made the adjustments and ended up being a very good asset to a man, and end up being and vice versa. But I say those are the people who I feel need it the most, and I believe she has a lot to offer. She just has to make some adjustments.
It's really a contradiction because true men want to feel needed. We have to feel needed. It gives us purpose. So when you have a woman saying, "I don't need no man," why would I even bother with her? If you're gonna go in there and do the electric work, if you're gonna do the plumbing, if you don't need me. Go ahead and do it. So I mean that's the way men look at it.
But then men are also saying like I don't need no gold digging woman. Like a woman shouldn't need me to be able to come in on her own. Like, is that not what y'all be saying too?
No, nobody wants a gold digger either, because that's not where our value lies.
But I'm saying a gold digger man, right?
I'm not a walking wallet. That's not what I am.
But I'm saying, like,
I get both of your points, but I think you got to look at her age. Age matters in here. I know we try to shy away from it, but it does. And she's at 44, 45, where a man's gonna want her to have her stuff already together. You know what I mean? It ain't no let me pay all your bills at this point. So she's going to be able to be an asset to a man. So, okay, I'm bringing this to the table. I'm an asset, and I'm also able to adjust my personality where I want to be with you. I'm here for you, and be a little more feminine and stuff in that nature. So
she appears very rigid, Ron. She appears very rigid.
Yeah, she does. She has to want it. She's going to have to make some adjustments. And but I think if she did, she could be an asset, a very good asset to a man.
So I have a question for you, Ron. So let's put yourself in one of the men's shoes on the season. What would Sharice need to bring to the table to be an asset to you?
I think she's gonna have to show more vulnerability. And I hope that when they get to the phone conversations and stuff that's gonna be a little off camera, that she's able to show that to some of the men. She's gonna have to show that she's humble. She's gonna have to show that she's feminine, affectionate, and that she wants to be in a relationship. If not, they're gonna get rid of her because there's nothing else keeping her there. You know what I mean? I hate to say the words, but the pick-me's win in this show. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You see that flight attendant, she got a little pick-me to her, and she's holding on. She said, "I want a baby, I want a man, I want this," and women in the past would be like, "Okay, she's gone," because that's gonna scare the men. It ain't scary anymore.
Yeah, that's Brandy, Aubrey. That is Brandy.
Brandy Brandy is a little bit desperate and a little bit delusional as well this season. Like, I think that we definitely need to break that down before we end this review as well, because she represents everything that DeSouza talks about as far as like a woman sees themselves heading into a train wreck, but they continue to sit in this car going 10,000 miles per hour towards the train, because hoping that something miraculous is going to happen to change the trajectory of the car. Like, she knows that Mike is trash. She can feel it. He said that he's not interested in half of the things that she wants. But her attraction for him outweighs her critical thinking and her mind. So she's continuously and now it's so much so that the other men are going to start backing away from her because
Backing away from her, and that's
they
gonna be her
see her
problem.
as
Yeah.
and they see her as his girlfriend.
Yeah,
When-
that's gonna be her problem. That's gonna be her problem.
And
I
he don't feel
sorry
that way
for
towards her.
that because I think she could find a good man on, you know what I mean, through the other guys. I do believe she's targeting the wrong guy for her. And
Like
over attraction, and she shouldn't do that.
Mike is another man. He does not need to be on this show. It's so obvious that he's not looking for no love. He's not looking for a woman to settle down and create a family and build something with. That's not what he wants.
Now listen, Jeremy, I need something to watch this reason to watch this daggone show now.
You gotta have some eye candy. You gotta have eye candy.
Don't worry.
But my thing is this: are we just saying he's eye candy based on his Instagram, or what we're actually seeing while he's in motion on the show?
You're talking about Mike, Magic Mike.
Yeah, because I'm saying he
has changed. I mean, I think a lot of his IG, at least some of the stuff I looked at, was 4 or 5 years ago. So
I'm saying like the Instagram versus the what we're seeing on camera. I don't think it's the same eye candy.
Right.
No.
I personally don't find him that attractive, but the body still works for me for the eye candy part.
I think he has camera presence. You could tell that he's been on camera somewhere before. You know what I mean? He ain't going nowhere.
All right.
I mean, for what they got, they need him. I mean, they ain't gonna. They're not gonna cut it. Production's not gonna cut him. So he's gonna be there.
No, they're not. Because a lot of women like that look that he brings. So
he brings a masculine look, and the demographic of this show, they like big dudes. You know, big dudes do very well. You know what I mean? Because
Jeremy, strippers need love.
Women out here a little bit. You know what I mean?
strippers need
love too. Hey.
Strippers need love too, but it like, you know, then he should be a little bit more honest about what he's doing. While like if you're a stripper, say that.
Well, he wasn't a bottom two. He wasn't a bottom two. Now, don't forget that.
He ain't going
he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't a bottom. He was.
He wasn't a
I
bottom
thought
two.
like wait, I thought no, it wasn't. It was Sean. It was Sean and Swayze.
No,
that was night one.
No, you're talking about
it was him and Devin. This
oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
Thank you. So moving on that note, the women's elimination. Did the men get it right this time? Did they get it right? Why or why not?
No.
Yeah,
I would have much rather.
Why not though?
I would have much rather have seen a personality like Dominica continue.
Yeah.
Other than Sharice, I would have much rather.
Somebody has to get eliminated.
I mean, Sharice needs to go. Dominica reminded me of Aisha.
But what? Okay,
Sharice at least had one person there that the backer. Who backed Dominica? What connection?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Okay, but Alex, I just want to ask you a question. What was it about Sharice's personality that you felt like that should have had her eliminated?
She's rigid. She's not very soft in that regard. You know, I don't think, like Ron said, I don't think she's willing to make any adjustments. I think her thing is, I am who I am, and that's that. She doesn't do a whole lot of smiling. You know, Sharice is a very serious character. You know, and Dominica, she laughs, she's joyful, she's playful, she's fun to be around. Yeah, she might be, homeboyish or whatever, but don't mean a couple of guys won't smash it, but she still may be homeboyish or whatever. But I think she was very attractive, and I think she had a very nice body. And I am very particular to mocha skin. I am very particular to that.
Definitely chocolate. And we did see the feminine traits with her, subtle traits that she had. And I do agree with you that Sharice has kind of a selfish exterior to her. You're not gonna be able to get away with that in this day and age, and be all about you. You have to make it about a man. I hate to tell some of these women this, but
no, you're telling them the truth. But I mean,
yeah,
really,
you have to make it about a man. You have to go in there with the mentality of what can I do for him? You know what I mean?
Well, what can we do for each other? I think what happens in our society, I think people have gotten, and particularly, I hate to say this, but particularly Black women have gotten so gung-ho on the whole idea of being independent that they don't realize that at some point, if you're going to be in relationship with a person, you're going to have to learn how to be interdependent. It's not about being totally dependent, but it's about working together, collaborating, right?
You're thinking right. The man should already be doing his job. I mean,
he should be doing his job, but we're building together. We're gonna build a future, Rob.
No, you're not. Not building at no 45. She ain't building.
No. I'm talking about the relationship part of it. Let's say, how old are you, Ron?
I'm 41.
Okay, so let's say you were about to get married to a woman. Wouldn't you think, or tell me if I'm wrong, because I could be, maybe my opinion and your opinion are two different things, but aren't you and that woman, if you got married tomorrow, aren't you building a future together?
Depending on if we want the same thing. So and that's why I said this stuff has to make sense. You can't have Devin at 32 trying to date a 44-year-old woman on this show and think a love connection is going to happen long term. Everything has to make sense. If you Brandy, she needs a guy who she can't be with Mike. She needs a guy who wants kids tomorrow. She's a flight attendant. She needs a guy that's financially available to pay for that kid and ready to go. You know what I mean? And if this guy already got 3 kids and that's not his mentality, it's not gonna work. This is not rocket scientists here. So yeah, so Sharice's gonna have to get with a guy. I don't know if she wants kids or whatever, or but it seems like she'll be okay with a man that is a little older, financially stable, that could take a little of the pressure off of her because she's handling her business. But a lot of women don't want to handle all that all the time.
The thing with Sharice though is that she has this energy, and a lot of women, when you carry this energy, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. It's like when you want a certain car, and all of a sudden, all on the road, that's all you see is that car. You're gonna push that energy out, and every man that you come across is going to feel it. So she's going to repel everybody that comes across her every single time, because that's the energy she carries. You got to have balance in this. You got to be in between Dominica and Sharice. You can't sit here while you're single. You can sit here and say, I don't need a man, but I want a man. I can take care of my bills and stuff like that, but I want somebody to let the load off. She doesn't give that energy at all.
Here's our biggest problem. Y'all didn't even catch this, but when she said,
"What's up,
Big Mike? That's usually my type." She said that, or football players, or this and that. We could tell what she was dating before in the past. So she's gonna want the guy to be around 40, ultra successful, and very good looking. And she missed that window. Let's just keep it real. And a guy like my man, the retired guy that's on there, a little bigger, retired, he was in medical sales.
You mean the one that they say been having a girlfriend throughout the show?
Alonzo?
Yeah. She wouldn't give Alonzo a shot, a real one. I bet you in real life, and that's the kind of guy she really need to be jumping on. To keep it honest, she said that's not her type. She wants a guy with Devin's looks. She wants a guy like Big Mike, football player, built athlete.
She can have that if she soften up, though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. She has to
have that with money in Miami at 45. Where?
I'm not saying he's in Miami. She's a transplant, so she doesn't have to.
What age is the guy gonna be? What age is the guy gonna be?
You get you a retired player. She just wants somebody with that body. She wants somebody with that body.
Give me an age. Give me an age on the guy.
Shoot, that guy can still be in his 40s.
45, it's gonna be 45, it's gonna be 46.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's gonna find.
They are out there. Men work on themselves all year round. So they're
46-year-old. Rich, retired athlete with good looks is going to just go for the woman his same exact age.
Not with her attitude, for sure. Not with her attitude, for sure.
In superficial Miami at all places.
That's that Kevin Samuels prodigy right there. He would love to have her on the show so he can go ahead and go in on her because of her attitude. That's what I'm saying. Her attitude is preventing her from getting what she wants.
Her standards is hurting her more than her
it's
attitude.
Still her attitude.
Guys,
you can have high standards, but your attitude says, I don't want a man. I don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
I can have all the standards I want, but as long as I keep telling the world I don't need a man is never going to come to me.
I don't think even if she wanted to, she can attract a man like Devin or Mike, because are we gonna okay, so I can ask, are we being nice, or are we gonna be honest?
You gotta be honest.
She look old in the face. She looks very mature. If I was not mistaken, and this is not to be rude, I would have thought she was 50.
You know why though? That attitude. What? Guess how old do you think I am?
Attitude at a year.
I'm dead serious. That ages you. All that negative attitude that you carry. How old do y'all think I am right now? Like literally.
You're young. I mean, I'm looking at you. Okay, I'm gonna give you
Jay, I'm gonna give you what? What you mid-30s?
33.
Yeah.
I ain't answering this. This a trap.
It's not a trap. I'm proud of my age, so that's what I'm saying. I'm 42.
30.
Okay.
No, you don't look
Exactly.
your age. You don't look your
Oh
age.
yeah, I thought you were like 34.
Exactly. I don't carry a negative attitude. Half of my family look young as crap. Like seriously, like we have a good time. We're not gonna carry all these foolish attitudes. That ages you real fast. That's why these people of no color age so daggone fast, because they negative all the daggone time. They just not unhappy with life.
She has negativity, but here's the thing: that I don't need a man is basically code for her saying is I don't need an average man. And what she's basically saying is I'm not going to adjust my standards to date a man is ready to marry me and court me, because he might not be a rich man at this stage of my life. He might not be a super handsome 6'5" athletic guy who's ready for me right now. So if it's someone below that, or just an average guy, stuff like that, who is trying to maybe court me or marry me, I'm not interested. I don't need one.
And Ron, she said out of her own mouth, she said, I pay my own bills, I pay for my own house, I run my own business. What I need him for? That's what she said.
Average man. She don't want an average man. Now, trust me, if it was a dude that came through that was, like you said, 46, ex-ball player, tall, good looking and stuff like that, oh, she needs him. You'll see that attitude change real quick. She knows how to adjust. Trust me, she's been in the game. You can tell.
Oh yeah, she know how.
Yeah, she know how. It just ain't gonna be for no regular dude.
When she hugged Devin, we knew she knew how.
And honestly, a regular dude at this point is kind of what she qualifies for marriage. And she's saying, I don't want that. I'm opting out of that. Which is okay. That's her choice.
My thing is, why do you come on? I'm like with Jeremy. Why do you come on this show though if you're so Miss Picky? If you're so Miss Picky and you got it all going on, why don't you already have a dude? Why don't you already have a baller? Why don't you already have your multimillionaire and you guys are riding off into the sunset? Why are you here?
She got one probably just on Tuesday.
Well,
Ron is so nice. Ron is so nice.
Listen.
Ron is so nice.
I was like, in my opinion, she don't have one because she looks older. Like she looked like Tina Knowles.
She does look older.
She's not gonna age well.
She looked like Beyonce mama.
She's not gonna age well, and she's a little delusional. And
like
Ron said,
remind me of Beyonce's mother. No, I just got that. I mean, like she does not look her age. If she says she's 42, I have a hard time buying that because she does look every bit of 50.
Like Ron said, though, she missed that boat. She missed the boat.
Well, they say she looked like that according to what Jay said because of negativity and Botox.
I was gonna say the Botox, that fillers and all that stuff. That's man, look.
I'm not sure, but her personality, here's my thing to me. I feel like you can always go up, and the way you go up in your physical category is by having a beautiful inner spirit and personality. And when you do that, you automatically look better. So if you're a 7, you might even go up to an 8. I'm sorry, but she is not, her personality is just not helping her. It's not. I'm sorry. That's my feeling. Now you can say what you want to say, but that's my feeling. Her personality is not helping her at all.
I mean, Simone had the looks to support, her attitude in the beginning of the season. Yeah. Unfortunately, this girl, lady, woman, older lady does not have that.
She's not unattractive. Let's keep it real.
I'm just saying, like
she's not unattractive, but she doesn't look 40. She doesn't look 42. And like most black women, and I gotta say this, like most black women that are 42, she doesn't look like she's 36. So she can forget that.
She looks her age. I say that.
She looks older than her age. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna go 50 and all that. Y'all tripping.
Well, a good 48. A good 48.
I'ma just attribute it to editing. It's editing.
Yeah, because that's coming. That's coming.
So we move on, guys. We may never agree. We agree to disagree. So we see Jamala and Swayze go on a one-on-one date. And I opposite them and concurrently, you know, back and forth, we see Shakira and Samson on their one-on-one date. You guys, what are your thoughts about these two very different dates and about how Shakira and Samson got along, their chemistry, and Jamala and Swayze's chemistry? Because Swayze kind of did a little bit of, in my opinion, did a little bit of redeeming on the one-on-one date this time. Does anybody see that, Jeremy?
Yeah, he made the
No.
adjustment that the girls were gonna do. he
I-
was in the bottom two and made some adjustments, like I had to do. Like the men are gonna take accountability, make some adjustments.
I don't know. I feel when it comes to Swayze,
Mm-hmm.
I just have he just gives me that Laverne energy. Like I came here to fight. I came here to argue. I came here to go back and I came here to go back and forth. Like the first thing that he said is up to like, oh, you playing games. I was like, why even say that? Like, and I felt like it was nothing, you know, a real depth that they talked about. And I feel like Swayze is one of those people that, you know, one of those men that try to portray a certain, you know, a certain belief of who he is rather than what's actual reality. Like, oh, you know, yeah, I know contrary to popular belief, I've been in long-term relationships. Like, or, you know, oh yeah, like I'm a one-woman man. Like, sir, you're not fooling nobody. And I thought that Jamala would have more depth, but I was a little bit disappointed with that conversation. Although I do think that they have chemistry personality-wise. I just don't know as far as like their objectives, as far as relationship goes, that they align to the same things. Now, as far as Shakira and Samson, I was pleasantly surprised because I don't know, that first episode, Samson was giving me, you know, Fat Joe after his gastric bypass surgery.
Oh,
so
Lord.
I didn't really know what he was gonna be given. I thought he was gonna be like very, very rude, very, you know, braggadocious, but you know, it seems that he was asking a lot of good questions. I love that he asked, you know, Shakira, what type of mother is she? What type of parenting style does she believe in? And, you know, how would that, you know, like change or, you know, morph as he comes into a relationship, and how does she, you know, like date while she has her child? I just want Shakira not to open up too fast.
Yeah,
to people.
I'm with you on that, because there's some type of trauma involved. Did all of you guys catch that there was some type of trauma that involved her and her son? And having been a woman that has experienced trauma and has experienced violence, you have to be very careful about letting men know about that, because you might attract the very type of person that you don't want to with that.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna hold you. My antenna still has not lowered like over Samson. Yeah, like I'm pleasantly surprised, but something about Samson does not seem super genuine. I feel that like Shakira needs to
keep our options open.
Yeah, because like she crying and she was like the weeping willow of the episode. Also, like she crying, talking about all of these traumatic things. You know, just look like she about to fall in love. I was like, sis, it's only been a day.
Right.
I like that connection. I think she needs to press go and goes directly for him. I think it makes sense.
What you said about Sabrina and Walter.
Well, I'm back on Shakira and Samson. He's mature enough to handle what she got going on. They're both physically attracted to each other. They're the right age difference. He's able to be there and be a supportive cast to her son when she needs. Everything makes sense. Like I said, this ain't rocket science. This stuff has to make some kind of logical sense, and I think that one does.
On paper, it makes sense, but somebody had brought it to the attention that he is a life coach and stuff. So part of his questioning and part of that could just be him and jobs. And that had me thinking about his first comment when he got there is he's not trying to pursue a woman unless she pursues him first. So what I get is that them two are probably traumatically aligned a lot more, because both of them probably go for people that they pick more than the other, which could make them a good match and a good bond overall if they do choose each other. The problem is he seeing her for work? Is this like part of your thing? Are you talking to
He's
her?
attracted to her. I think she gets.
I know he's attracted, but like her trauma, some people have an attraction to fixing people up.
Yeah.
Right.
People.
I think with him, what the trauma is, it's not that he's trying to fix her. I think she looks good enough for him to deal with.
You got to understand, when you're a life coach, sometimes the appeal of a person is they're flawed, they're broken, and you're helping them. Right. And that's what I'm hoping that is not the case in this situation, because that can easily turn wrong when she gets healed. Or when she, when he's no longer he has that need to fix her anymore, does he still have that attraction still for her?
Yeah, and Jay, she could be also in a very vulnerable state. And sometimes when people are in very vulnerable states, they're easier prey, for lack of a better term.
I don't see him being attracted to her at all. As soon as he said my heart goes out to her, I knew it was no level of attraction there.
I think
there's some.
Yeah,
I don't think
she's pretty. She's very pretty.
He's gonna want her. She's
very pretty. So
yeah, he's gonna want her.
Yeah.
But Jeremy, wait a minute, hold on. Jeremy, what is it that you see that the rest of us aren't seeing? Just as briefly, could you explain that a little bit?
What I see the same thing. I'm literally seeing the same thing that happened with Sabrina and Walter in season 5, where in the beginning they linked together because of exactly what Jay was saying, their trauma and things that they've been through. We all thought that these people were gonna be, everything that we thought they were gonna be the next power couple. But as the episodes progressed, he was not, as much as he tried to act like he was and probably even wanted to be, he was not attracted to Sabrina, and he did not want Sabrina. But he thought Sabrina was a lovely woman, a beautiful woman, but maybe he might have been a little bit of attracted to her, but not enough to want to embark on something real. And I don't see
I agree with that. But I think this is different because Samson's a little older. And this girl is fire. I think he's looking at it like, oh, okay, I can work with this. It's different.
He wants a woman to chase after him. This lady has a son. She ain't got no time to chase him. She chasing her child.
Oh my Lord. And so we continue.
Hey, Aubrey, listen, I'm not sure if this is in your notes or whatever, but there's been these things going around over the social media that 2 of these gentlemen, because the season's over for them. We're just seeing it for the first time.
Can I ask you to hold that and let me finish this note here?
Okay.
We'll put that in the close. No, okay, seriously, we'll come back to the closing thoughts. Okay. Right. Samson claims that his heart is wide open and he's receiving. Once again, so we're kind of still on Samson. Do you guys believe him? And no. How does she know? Okay, so Jeremy, we got a no for you. Jay, let's hear from Jay. We haven't heard Jay's thoughts on this.
I think he's wide open and receiving. I'm not going to say it's just from Dominica. I think he's just open to the whole process of it all. He gives me that type of guy that wants to be in a relationship.
Yeah, I think he's ready.
Okay. So, and how would Dominica know if she's safe with him specifically, since they were the 2 on the date? I know you're saying he's wide open to the process.
I think he would just have to flat out directly tell her that would be her best bet to wait on, like him actually saying, I want to pursue this with you.
Okay. Being very direct and specific about it, pursuing something.
Yeah, her and Brandy share that little bit of delusion that they create a relationship in their head. You can kind of tell with her is like the little gestures just sent her over the moon.
Y'all saying Dominica? Dominica's gone.
Not Dominica.
Brandy.
Shakira and Brandy.
Oh, okay. Y'all saying Dominica. I'm getting confused.
Shakira to Brandy. Okay, I'm sorry if I said Dominica, but I was meant to say Shakira and Brandy.
Right.
They both have that where they create this thing, like the little gestures get her over the top. She's all melting in his arms. She can look at him all night long and all these things.
Right. I caught that too, because he brought her, what happened was Samson brought her that aloe plant to their date, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, and then he was, explaining it, and it reminds me of you and yada, yada, whatever the heck he said, very romantic, nice. But the point of what I get what you're saying exactly, Jay, is that you don't, as a woman, and even as a man, on the first couple of dates, the first weeks, the first month, don't allow yourself to fall in love with this person because you basically just met their representative, right?
Mm-hmm. But in this show, you really have no choice. I think with like I said, he's a very good communicator. And I think that's going to help him. That's going to help out. And I look at communication, I look at attraction, and I look at, where they're at both in their lives. And like he said, he was raised by his mother, because of the accident of his father and things of that nature. She kind of shares some of that. It looks, like I said, on paper, like a match to me. I don't see anything.
If she was more healed, I would say yes to that. If she was more
should be on
healed.
the show there. He's her on here.
None of us is perfectly healed. That's the thing. But if she was more healed, because she's still hurting a lot from what she's been through, and it's hard for her to talk about it. So when you start opening up to people that you don't really know with that information, that's giving them, like Agnes said, for you setting yourself up to be prey. Like, I mean, not prey. Basically prey. I meant,
for lack of a better term, prey. Mm-hmm. Because they will use that information to draw you in. They will use that information to hook you. And then once in a relationship, they'll use the information against you. So you got to be very careful. I'm not
sure how any of y'all familiar with Bad Girls Club, especially when it first started.
Me.
Yes, thank you. I used to laugh at these girls all the time when they sit there and tell this information to these people that they don't even know. And then when the people use it up in their face, they crying and having a whole fit over the fact, like, you shouldn't have said nothing then. If you're not healed enough to talk about it and understand that people might have a comment on it, don't share it. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell your therapist. That's it. Don't tell nobody else.
Yeah. And although Samson is saying that he's wide open, ready to receive and things like that, I just don't, necessarily. I promise y'all, and I guarantee you 99.999% that I will not be incorrect. In the next 3 episodes, he's going to lose interest because she does not represent what he wants. And I guarantee you, he don't want to be nobody's stepdaddy right now.
What does he want, Jeremy? Hold on.
He wants what he wants a voluptuous, fun woman that does not come with baggage, that does not come with strings, that he can just have the chase and follow him and bend to what he wants. And that's not Shakira.
He's 48.
Who's 48?
Samson? Is Samson 48?
Yes, Sanford is 48, but I'm saying, but what does that have to do with
I thought that was Alonzo that was 40. I thought that was Alonzo that's 48.
Ryan, what are you talking about? Have you been watching the last few seasons? Most of the men that's been playing the most games with 48. That's like the magical number in Ready to Love. 48 is the new 21.
Okay, the 48, you dated women with kids. So
as long as you got a pocket full of Viagra, but go ahead.
You're okay with women with kids at 48. You've dated enough women with kids, trust me. And so I think her kid is not scaring him at all. And the fact that she is a little young, vibrant, she's sexy. He's like, okay, I can work with this.
Okay. Well, these episodes will keep on going, and we'll see which one of us is correct. Guarantee you it's gonna be me. I still haven't been. I reviewed.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back.
I predict. I'm wrong, but like I said,
I predicted all last season. I predicted how all last season was gonna play out, episodes and episodes before, because I'm able to peep game. I didn't y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me.
All right. Okay, so Swayze expresses the pressure of his work as a firefighter. Guys, do you think you can handle somebody with a high pressure job and you're dating them for a serious relationship?
Not a firefighter, because they thoughts. I done told y'all already.
Yeah, firefighters.
Let's say it's a doctor. Let's say it's a doctor. Okay, let's take the firefighter out of it. Let's say it's a doctor.
Make some thoughts too. You pick another profession.
Okay, Jay, it's on you. Pick a profession that is high pressure, where the guys aren't thoughts. Okay, because you got to do that yourself.
Stripper.
Magic Mike. Back to Magic Mike again. Oh Lord.
I gotta be at the club every night. I don't know if I can do it.
No, seriously though, I'd like for you to pick the profession, Jay.
That's high pressure, but that is not a thought. Maybe
an accountant. Maybe an accountant.
Something in corporate.
Entrepreneur.
That's
what I was gonna say. Yeah, entrepreneur. Okay, yes, thank you, Ron, because that's definitely one.
Yeah.
So could you date somebody with that high pressure job and looking at them as you're considering them to marry?
Once Like with me, yes, I can do it. I have a thing like once I get your schedule like routine down or whatnot, and I'm not saying that you can't be interchangeable, but I just once we establish a pattern, I'm good. I'm good because then I know how we flow. Like if you call me every day, that's what I'm used to. If you call me every other day, that's what I get used to. Like, and if you add like a little more time in there, it's like, okay, you feeling me a little bit more. So it's just once we start establishing some patterns and you start going off that pattern, then I'm like, oh, okay, something might be a little off. Let me check in with you. But
what has changed?
I gotta let you run your business. Shoot, I need you to support me. Hello, I'm not Sharice. I'm not Sharice.
You say you know you need a man.
I don't know. No, hold on. No, look. I don't need you, but I do want you to support me.
Okay, all right. But let Alex tell it. Just say you need him and just go with that. Okay, don't play.
Play. I'll make you feel like I need you. I definitely.
Look, manifest that situation. Manifest, girl.
I need you to have your job, though. That's what I do. I need you to keep that business going.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep that money coming in.
Okay, and on the men's side, Ron, could you handle a woman with a high pressure job in a relationship there? You guys are considering marriage and you're very serious and you're exclusive. Could you handle it?
I can handle it. I'm not sure if I would want it.
Okay, that's real.
Because I mean, if my goal is to have a kid, things of that nature, I got to come first. The household has to come first before the job. You know what I mean? Especially if she's not. It's different if she's an entrepreneur and she's doing this for herself, us, her legacy. But just to go somewhere to call another man boss. Could be Caucasian. And
what did you say? Wait, Ralph, what did you say to call another man boss? Okay, I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like she's doing all this at the job, and I'm getting neglected. Our plans, our future plans are getting neglected. Our household's getting neglected. I don't want that. Like what I mean? I'll be her biggest cheerleader, and I want her to. It's nothing better than having your wife succeed different goals. And you're watching it and getting inspiration from it. I've seen guys in award ceremonies at my work and stuff just in tears cheering for their wives that work, in high pressure situations and win awards and things of that nature. And I'm like, man, that's cool. That's nice. But personally, where I'm at this stage, I'm like, it'd be pretty tough to get what I need out of a relationship from a woman who's working 55, 60 hours a week. You know what I mean?
And it's different with me. It's different with me.
Hold that thought, Alex. But Ryan, wait a minute. But now let's just say that the person is doing all of that now while you are dating, and you two can have a conversation and negotiate how those moves and how those hours for her change once you're actually married.
Yeah, we got to iron it out before the marriage. And I usually kind of tend to don't date women that's that busy. Because I can't do we didn't, because I got a busy job. I'm traveling for work and stuff too, so I can't be where we had this wonderful date and we have no momentum because the next time I see you is 2-3 weeks later, and then we got to start it all over again. I've been in these roller coaster relationships like this with beautiful, smart women, and it never works out because we can't never get our path to success going. We can't get to the ultimate goal, which is a long-term relationship leading towards marriage. And a lot of that is nobody wants to bend on their schedule. Nobody wants to change their role, I guess. And if I would have told her, okay, well, I'm gonna cut back on my work a little bit and piggyback off some of your money, I can't do that as a man, so I have to take the other approach.
Okay.
Who can't piggyback on her money? I want her money too. I want my money. I want her money. You have
no access to women's money.
You know what I mean?
I don't care if she
bring
makes
your money.
$500,000 a year. You can't ask
How much?
If she can make $500,000 a year, if you could be her man, you can't just go in her purse and grab car wash money. You know what I mean? Her money.
I'm gonna get some of that money. You believe that?
Well, I say you are not getting her car wash money.
You ain't getting car wash.
Get some of that money.
Women hate to take cash out of her wallet and hand it to a man for any circumstance. I don't care what you're talking about. They don't like doing that.
Right.
Give me the card and the pin
number. Buy you
number.
a gift, expensive gift. She might do this and that, but she ain't gonna just hand over here.
Give me the card and the pin number. I'm good.
Oh Lord.
Go shopping on your own to go.
So, guys, we're at Taco Tuesday meetup at Sharice's place, and Sharice is controlling everything. She's got what's his name, Devin. She wants to know if he did a number 1 or number 2. Did he put the toilet? Did he put the toilet seat down? She is so into his business, and then I don't understand. And then the King Randall situation comes up while they're all sitting there, and she's sitting up all hugged up with Devin. And Randall's on the other sofa and the other ladies are there. And they're bringing up that, King Randall, that she said, oh, you must be a king. Why are these women serving you guys? Okay, so here's Jeremy back. Okay, so guys, what do you think about that?
Well, look, for me, the Devin came in empty-handed. You just don't do that when you're invited to somebody's house.
Strike one.
Yeah, I got to know with the
yeah, I mean,
you got to communicate if you need something. Like,
exactly, Ron.
I mean, listen.
You bring a bottle of wine, Ron. Come on now, bottle of wine.
Listen,
trust me, I threw a house party. They didn't show that one, but I threw a scene myself, and I spent my own money trying to get it right, and nobody, people.
But why did everybody else come with something in their hand? Why did everybody else know that but Devin?
But
you might have
that
got the
question is, why did somebody Justice leave with his gift?
Left with his gift.
Okay, that's worse.
Oh, I missed that part.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like one thing that me and Jay be on the same page. Because I was gonna bring that up too when it was my turn.
I mean,
it's your turn. Go ahead and speak on it.
I was saying that Justice came in there with that gift. He walked out with it. Not only that, Justice came. He was really, I guess it's not even about Justice. My thing is this: you putting people toes in your mouth, but you don't want to bring a bouquet of flowers over or something like that. Just to to make her feel good or something like that. I just think that is crazy. You are putting her foot in your mouth, but you don't know that you should probably bring something over for a party. Anything.
He's not
you never go to a house party, go to some type of get together empty-handed. That's just common decency.
He wasn't interested. She's 13 years older. What's he gonna do?
And that's exactly what I was trying to say. He was not interested, period. Mm-hmm. But y'all said because he put the toes in his mouth that he was really attracted to her. I was like, he wasn't attracted. He just didn't want to get eliminated.
No, he was
good point. He's strategizing. That's a very good point, Jeremy. He's strategizing.
Yeah, and my original point is you may call first. When somebody call you to invite you to an event, you might say, "Okay, cool. What do you need?" Okay, and even even if they say, "No, I'm good. Just come," I'm still going to bring something, a bottle of wine or something. I'm still going to bring something. That's just me.
So I'm glad he saved his money.
Oh, gee whiz. How expensive was that bottle of wine that he would have picked up from the corner store? It wasn't going to be that bad.
I'm not mad because I'm like Ron. When I throw something, I'm throwing something out of my love or whatever and stuff, and you just come and have a good time with me, okay? Because I don't have to invite you over.
Let's face it. We saw the party, right? And I see this from a different lens because I was there. That wasn't home cooked tacos. We saw the
But this is my point. My point with this: you showed up. You didn't have nothing. Okay, fine. Okay, but when she asked for the help.
Right.
You couldn't even give her that.
You should have paid to hit the dishes up and stuff.
Yeah, that's where I start drawing the line. Like, okay, look, you asked me, do I need help? And then when I say yeah, she actually said yeah. I think he was waiting for a no, and he was just like, well, I don't know how to do this and that and this and that. It's like, bro.
Right. I think the two of them would have been perfect for each other because they're both operating under pretty privilege, is what I see. Honestly,
one is 13 years older.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, well, okay, it could even be pretty past privilege, okay? But I'm just saying they both clearly have been spoiled in their lives. They're
man do you know that's 32, 3 years old? They a 44, 45-year-old. They don't work that. No woman wants a man that young.
Ron, that's not. I'm sorry.
Ron, I don't know, baby.
Them dating is not what I was getting at. I'm just strictly at this point talking about their behavior.
Yeah, they were each other's comfort zone.
Very entitled. They're coming across as Karens, both of them.
But did you say? Wait, did you call them Karen?
Yeah. And you know, two Karens can't live together because they start calling the cops on each other. Child.
Yeah, if you're in the bottom two, is a housewarming.
I'm sorry. Okay, so what about last thing on this card, the King Randall situation when Sharice apologized. Guys, did you feel like that was genuine? Her apology?
No, but I don't feel like she needed to apologize.
Well, okay, but Jay, why do you think her apology wasn't genuine? I think she did need to apologize, Jeremy, but let me hear what Jay is saying.
The apology wasn't it was like a double-handed compliment. I mean, a backhanded compliment. She sat there and first she denied it and then came back and was like, okay, well, I said that or whatever. And like Jeremy, if once I said that, it'd have been like, I'm not apologizing for it because I said what I said. But then she want to apologize, but then she was the apology was sarcastic as hell. It was like, well, I consider myself a queen and I was calling you a king, but you don't want to be a king because that offends you. So I'll just call you Randall. Like, child, look.
She had to apologize because she wasn't gonna win that battle. Because
but I didn't even hear the apology.
Popular guy, the women were on his side. Who was gonna take her back on that? She had to apologize.
Then she should have stand in her ground, and I said what I said.
One of them was a little bit messy to even bring that up because, like, I don't. One of them was really messy to bring that up. I don't know. Was that Kaden or whatever her name is?
Kayla.
No,
it wasn't Kayla.
It wasn't
Kayla.
I
thought it was Brittany.
It was another one. I think it was Kaden or.
I had to look at it again. But whoever it was, they wasn't even at the thing. They heard it word of mouth.
Exactly. And I'm saying that, like, all she said was like, look at y'all over here serving him food like he's some type of king. Like, she was just, it was like a simple joke. I don't think that she was being malicious or something for whoever that girl was to bring it up again. You know, it was like a little joke. Why did it affect him so much? I don't understand.
First comment was a joke, but she actually did say more because we just didn't get it on the edited version that we got. But she admitted to saying more.
She did. She said more, and it was like, okay, so she said the first thing, you're trying to be funny, but the point of it is you came over to where they were sitting to interrupt them to basically poke fun at this guy. And also, really, she poked fun at the women. She's like, well, why are you guys serving him? And this and that. That's her whole nasty attitude. Sharice has a very nasty attitude.
I think in her defense that it was more geared towards the women and saying that, okay, I understand this is a competition, but y'all doing too much. Y'all doing this.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm so happy that you just said that. And I'm so sick and tired of it every single season. It's like the men don't have to do anything. It's like the women are fighting to be accepted by the men, but the men are not fighting to be accepted by the women. And it's supposed to be the opposite. The men are supposed to be proving that they're good enough. Supposed to be proving that they're man enough for these women, not the women proving themselves to the men. I'm tired of that dynamic.
I agree with him 100%. I had to rethink about that in my head, and I was like, even for my season, it's kind of like that a little bit.
The women are fighting for the men's attention, but the problem with this is, though, okay, I understand what both of you gentlemen are saying, but here's the problem. Why is it Sharice's problem? Why do you mind or care? If this is a competition, as we've all pointed out and we all know, all right, okay, so why are you pointing it out to your adversaries? Why?
Maybe it disgusts her.
No, she should have kept it to herself.
Yeah, she said she thinks they're playing dirty. She gonna call some women out.
No, she's being very.
Which one? Who are we talking about, Sharice or the other ladies?
Yeah, Sharice, I'm saying Sharice's behavior. Sharice is very condescending, is I guess my point. Like, you are very condescending. Alex, you have any thoughts on it? You're awfully quiet over there.
No, I'm listening to everybody. I think the King Randall thing wouldn't have been taken so deeply within him if, like you said, she wasn't so condescending. It wasn't said with an air of sarcasm to it, or maybe even a air of envy on her part when she said it.
Exactly.
Okay?
She didn't even laugh when she said it. It would have been different if you tried to laugh.
Her delivery sucked. That's what it was. Her delivery sucked. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't have been taken so negatively. Usually when you call a man a king, it is a compliment. Hey, okay, I'm stand up as a king. But it's the way she said it.
She didn't mean it that way.
It's the way she said it.
Right.
And if you take that scene by itself,
doing too much.
if you take that scene by itself, it wouldn't have been so bad. She could have even doubled back and said, I was just joking or whatever. But because she doubled down when the ladies confronted her about it, when it was just the ladies, and went to her whole spiel as, I don't need a man, I am the bread, I am the prize or whatever, and all that stuff. That's that energy that I was speaking on, Ron, that she carries all the time. And that's what you exude out to people. So when we've seen her say, oh, they treating you like a king, we can't take it as a joke, because that energy within you that's saying, I don't need a man, is coming out in that moment. This is why y'all
exactly, Jay. Exactly, Jay. That's what's coming out at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You acting like you a king. Nobody don't need you like that. I mean, that whole attitude is what came out.
That was what she was projecting. And even when she said, well, because I think I'm a queen, and that's why I thought you might be a king, that all was BS. Because let's face it, that's not even a term that lady even uses, okay? Because just like our friend Devin that just got escorted out, she doesn't impress me as somebody that uses that type of terminology. I'm a queen. No, you don't use that. So quit capping.
Right. She playing damage control now. That's what she was doing. Playing damage control.
And that's what I saw. Now, I don't know.
She's not gonna win that one because the person that she went after is a popular. Somebody else, she would have got away with it.
Wait, Show Orchid says.
Go ahead.
Show Orchid says she said it like, "Is this y'all king?"
and I'm laughing because over here, this little Hurler got me cracking up. She said, "What, tacos? And does he blow up the bathroom?
Does he wash his hands? Does he wash his hands? Though,
that's what I want to know.
Right, Jay? Does he wash his hands?
They did Devin wrong, man. He said he'll go check on the toilet seat later.
Yeah.
But Jeremy speaks up in these comments over here talking about, I don't like the salsa, but these women's was being desperado. You know, that what?
It's a competition. Let these women work.
Right.
When the men gonna work?
You better work.
The men gonna have to
thing.
The men ain't working. The men ain't taking the girls out on no dates. The men don't want to spend no money.
Well, speaking of dates, so we're on the bowling date with Magic Mike, Swayze, and Zoe, who's Alfonso, right? Kayla and Shakira. Okay, so guys, what did you guys see there? What did you think of the date with those guys in the bowling? What did you think of how well it went?
Man, Kayla's hot. Kayla's hot.
I am definitely team Kayla this season, probably.
Oh my God!
Looks like Issa Rae in that look.
That beautiful chocolate. She's so pretty. She got that beautiful chocolate skin.
I don't know if them too.
A lot of the women this season are what's that again? Alec?
What you say, Ron? No, Ron said something.
She wanted any of them too, but she's good looking.
Oh, she didn't want the guys like the older guy, Zoe, and then the other guy, Swayze. You didn't think she liked either of them?
Yeah. Nah, I don't think it's a connection between them two.
But was it Swayze? Was it Swayze who explained that he had been cheated on after 3 years building with a woman and
good guy and ready for a relationship. I view him different. I think he's actually more mature for his age than people get credit for. It's just tough being a young guy on this show, 32, 33.
Yeah. Okay.
Expecting the women to take you serious.
It was the same thing with Wiley last season. The young guys always get it.
It's the same thing. They should have older men, younger women dynamic. I don't know why they put these young guys on there. It's tough.
But wait a minute, does Swayze have any children? Because there's a couple of ladies on the show
He
that
said
would
one.
like to
He
have.
got a daughter.
He got a
Okay,
daughter.
so there's a couple of ladies. He's young enough to probably want more children. So why not? Why wouldn't the women want him if he's only just because
For
he's
some
30
reason,
years old?
women that are older than, and I see this in the dating market all the time. Women that are older, when you say you're a younger man, they kind of they act different. It's known as a strike. I don't know why. I got
Which
to ask
means
the
before I
ladies.
realize how old you are, you might be in there, baby. You know what I'm saying? You come in there.
You know what I mean? Like, do y'all date younger men?
I do. I mean, I have. So, you know.
I have, but you're right, Ron. When you to what you're saying, you're right, because I have to think about that. It's only going to be a couple of years younger. I personally don't care for younger men, not at all.
Yeah, and they'll X you out before you even got a chance to really explain yourself around here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I worked around younger
kids.
men, and they stay on you, and it's like, would you get away? You know what? I had to tell a guy once, you know, as I worked a very male-dominated field, and we were in the truck, and he just kept at me like day after day, and finally I just snapped, and I said, listen, the only thing you can do for me is give me your father's number if he's single. And I'm telling you, I never had a problem with him after that, because the guys were like, I know he got hit up bad. They didn't say nothing in front of me, but he got teased, I guess, terrible, because he didn't say anything to me after that. It took him about 2 weeks before he could even speak to me again.
I think, Ron, if you align with somebody on the things that you want, the age is not going to be a factor, because I have friends that are married and the wife is older than the husband and everything.
The dynamics have to work. I get it.
Yeah, that's it. Just has to line up on the things that you want.
But
so.
But is it a 15-year difference?
You don't have enough time for that. It's tough on him. It's gonna be
a 15-year difference.
If it's over 4, 5, 6 years, that's a lot. I mean, you saying
if I was him, I'll try to find the youngest girl on the show and I stick right there as long as I could. Like if I was Wiley on that season, I'd have went straight to Tina and just tried to ride it out.
The problem with Swayze in this account is that Swayze has been basically vandalized as a young age or whatever, and so his whole attention is to older women, period. So he's almost canceling out a lot of the people in his own age group.
He is. I saw him doing that, and I think it's going to backfire because they're going to pick an older, you know what I mean? A woman wants to feel like the prize. She wants to be, you know, someone want to be younger than the guy in this, that. It's just kind of the dynamics that we're dating in right now. So I know, like, as a younger guy, he's going to take it as a challenge and say, oh, I can get with some of these older women and stuff, and I'm mature enough to do so and head that direction. And it's going to be a death sentence.
Is he really 32 though?
Swayze,
33.
yeah.
Swayze gives me a strong 40.
No, he gives me mature for his age. That's what I'm saying, which is good.
Yes, he does seem.
Women ain't gonna see that though. They're just gonna see the age, and they're gonna be like,
I want to see these people birth certificates. I need to see a social security card. I need to see something.
You're doing too much. It's like you're trying to steal somebody's identity now. You want to see social security numbers and all that.
It's just like the ages and the faces are not matching.
They not matching.
Yeah, they don't sometimes. They don't be mathing really well.
So like me and Swayze are about the same age. He about a year or so older than me? Absolutely not.
You don't believe it, huh?
Absolutely.
You said
not.
Swayze is what? No, wait a minute. How old are you?
I'm 27.
I'm 28, turning 29. Swayze is 32.
So that's 4 years.
That's a big difference. You just said
4 years is not a big difference.
Well, it is, and it really is. So
well, not for men, but between 28 to 32, that's not really big. Maybe for y'all, because I know women be going through different stages and ages, you know, in podcasts and things like that. But I'm talking about as far as men, the looks, the looks don't really switch. You don't drastically age from 28 to 32.
Yeah,
he might look older for his age and mature, but still, it's gonna count against him. I think they should make the men 36 and up for this show.
But you know what, Ron? In my dating life, I dated a lot of older women when I was younger, because they just wanted a younger guy that they can teach stuff to and mold. And
these girls looking for marriage though.
I mean,
you know, on this show, and they're a little more established. So what you gonna do? And honestly, I think he's a good match for some of the women there. I think he's very mature for his age. I'm not giving that. Are they going to give him a chance?
You think Swayze is mature for his age?
I think he's mature for 33.
Wow.
He's been in long relationships.
Long relationship. You got a daughter. You have a stable career job.
Does that equal maturity, or is that equal that you just need a place to stay and that you're surviving? Is that maturity?
Well, he doesn't take me as a person that's just out and about, living life on a leaf, like he has some kind of structure going on somewhere.
So Jeremy, you saying that Swayze gives you hobosexual vibes?
I'm not saying Swayze gives me hobosexual, but Swayze does not give me maturity.
He's been in some serious relationships, 3 years.
Just because you've been in serious relationships does not mean you're mature. What are you talking about?
But listen, go ahead, Jay.
I know he young. And 3 years, 4 years seem like a long time when you young or whatever. But how is those long-term relationships? I've been hearing this a lot. And he only mentioned one that was 3 years and the other one was 1. And I was like, these are long-term relationships. What a dating world are we living in at this time? Like, seriously?
I know, I thought that too. But I think he did say his relationship with his child's mother was like a 4-year relationship.
3 year, 4 year at the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, the first year is y'all just actually getting to know each other and probably effing around for the most part. Like, that's year 1.
I mean, but him being 33 and somebody Sheree being 44, they dated in different eras. There's a decade.
Yeah, I mean, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know for when you're young, that seems 4 years
it's long. It's like in the job market, and my dad's there, person was with one company for 30 years. Now everybody switched companies every 2 years. This is a different.
Right. That's what I'm just like, this dating world that we in. Jesus.
But Jay, if you're exclusive for 4 years, that's long term.
It's long term these days. It really is.
Them 4 years go by so daggone fast.
But you're exclusive.
Like, damn, we'd have been together this long. How?
You're exclusive though for 4 years.
But what is his level of being ready to commit? I guess that's the thing I'd have to look at. But
he's 33. He's taking care of his daughter. He got a stable job, and he's out of it. He ain't in the club. He ain't in the this and that. He keeps his butt at home. He's ready. He can have a relationship.
He might be ready. Right. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna move on to the last little scene. The women's lounge. And we see the women in the lounge, and we hear them talking about the gentlemen. And so the names that come up are Devin and what's the other guy?
Mike,
Magic Mike, right? Magic Mike. And they go out for their dates, and of course, Devin is completely clueless, but he does kind of think, well, he doesn't take to the woman that who was that with Mike? Jay, who was that with Mike on the date?
Is that Brandy?
Was that Kate? That was Kate.
That was Brandy. No, that was Brandy. That's his connection.
Brandy was with Mike. Yeah, Brandy wanted to tell Mike.
No, I said not. I'm sorry. Did I say Mike?
Well, Devin was Kayla, wasn't it?
Devin was with
David was Kadian, yeah.
Kadian,
the one that don't like him, but she had a whole bunch of conversation. All things she don't like him, but she got all kind of conversation for him. So
she do not like him. She definitely don't like him.
She don't like him.
Right. So what were your thoughts about the elimination days? I'll let you go first, Alex.
They got it right. Devin should have been gone last week, in my opinion.
Yes.
So they definitely got it right. Whether he sweat bullets or what, to me, he just don't have any personality. So
yeah,
he lacks personality.
He's just a pretty boy.
Yeah, he definitely lacks character. Anybody who don't take care of their children lacks character to me. He doesn't like responsibility. So he comes to events empty-handed. So I mean, he's not mature. So they definitely got it right. And I knew, when I compare him to Mike, and I'm not a woman looking at men like that, I knew Mike wasn't going nowhere. I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not going anywhere. We can see that the physicality of Mike, he's going to be around for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be around for a minute. Ryan, you wanna go next?
Yeah, like I said, I just think Devin didn't really have a match. There, like I said, I don't think he was interested in any of the women. I think he was almost ready to go because he's like you said, pretty he's a good-looking guy. He was the eye candy. If he would have had any
some personality,
they would have kept him. Somebody would have kept him along. But yeah, he didn't have it. I think maybe he said he was on a TV show before. Maybe this was the opportunity. And he was going in, for a different reason and thought he could just connect with these women. And it's found out that, that's not how it's laying here. And it's not laying that way here. You can't fake it on Ready to Love. You better come in, at least open to the fact of trying to, get to know these women and use your personality and come with your best foot forward. And I just think you can't just be lazy, in the background,
kind of laid back.
Yeah, for too long and think you're gonna make it. These guys are. It's a competition. These men are hungry. You're gonna get ran over. And I just think it was just he seemed cool about it. Like he was ready to go. He understood. And that was the situation. I think Mike needs to be careful with saying, okay, I need to find some more connections also too. You know what I mean? I can't just sit back as the man and think this is all gonna work out. I need to seriously find a connection and when it makes sense. And I understand the flight attendant Brandy likes him and she'll keep him afloat, but ain't no telling she gonna be there next week. So you're gonna have to find you some other women that you might be interested in and have a real conversation, not just so surface level that we kind of was getting from them.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hold on one second, guys. Moderators that are out there, Ellen, V, and Monique, if you're out there, could you please get all of the guests their contact information, be it their YouTube channel or their IG for Ron? Okay, can we get that? And I'll post that up on the screen. Go ahead, Jay. You were getting ready to say.
I definitely agree with Ron on that. With Mike, he needs to make his rounds because we already know how it goes when you lock it in with one person. If they get sent home, you're going home next. If everybody else vote for you, that regardless of that one thing, especially with the women, because they don't have sister code like that. They like, yo, it's got to go. Bye. He gone. So he needs to start working his way around, and she gonna have to deal with it. She need to work herself around herself too, because she locked herself in real big. She out here claiming this man as her boyfriend and all that. So she's already telling the rest of the men, you don't have no chance with me in the first. I don't really need to speak much on Devin. He's gone. Goodbye. But my thing is mostly is I don't even know what Sharice was expecting him to bring or whatnot. Like if he wasn't bringing his child, he ain't bringing nothing else. So. I don't know what she was expecting from that so much to speak. I was puzzled by it all, really. Like I didn't get it. So and then that just let me know that she ain't here for nothing for real. She was looking for somebody to save her in the first place as well. So he's gone.
I think now that you mentioned it, it's gonna be a Mike and Sharice transformation. I can see them linking up. Watch it happen.
Yeah, but she got a backup right now because she did something smart, which none of the other women did, and that's ignore Justice. Now he's intrigued. Justice is intrigued. That's why he brought that gift and also said he thought they were going to be alone, but he took the gift back when he realized they weren't. So
right.
know, so but he is definitely intrigued because she don't pay him no mind.
Yeah, it might be in her type. She's going. If she's gonna put the effort in, it's gonna be for him, and he's gonna accept the validation for it and watch how it work out. So I think it's gonna keep her around for
it'll keep both of them around for a little bit.
Yeah, Mike ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Jeremy. Oh, okay. Is that all? And Jay, tell us what you have going on this week on your channel. Tell everybody your channel name. I'm getting that up momentarily, but in the meantime, just tell them what you got going on your channel this week.
You can find me YouTube /Another Round JS. You can also find me on IG. The channel name is Another Round _JS. You can follow me on my personal is The Sexy Tomboy. I'm getting back into Preparing for Love, so I haven't got back into it yet, but we coming back with it. But I also doing some review breakdowns of the characters in Nope, because I'm on a thesis study now with that daggone thing. So,
all right, okay, all right, there you go. You got Jay Another Round, and it's up on the screen also. Jeremy, what are your thoughts about the elimination dates and what happened?
I thought it was well deserved. I was really happy to see Devin go. I feel kind of sad for the waiter that's gonna have to clean up that pool of sweat that he left behind. I I also think I agree what y'all said about Brandy, but somebody else who we really need to be looking into. I don't trust that Caribbean man. He need to go.
LJ.
LJ gotta go.
Oh, what's wrong with LJ?
Yeah.
I don't feel just something about him when the way he sung that song, the creepiness that went up my spine. Like I was like, this man
Goodness,
ain't
you didn't like his singing?
no the man.
Buffalo Soldier, Dreadlock Rasta.
The man ain't no good. Like the man, like I guarantee you, he probably gonna do the women the dirtiest this season.
I don't think that. I think he's a good person, but honestly, I think if he didn't have that accent, he would have been gone by now. Because we seen guys before and all that stuff. It ain't gonna work. I think a lot of stuff that he does would have came off corny if he wasn't Caribbean and had that accent. I think that women like it, like a man with an accent.
Jeremy, we still here, baby, because you got something. I love my island half. I love the island half of my family. I do, but I'll call a spade a spade. Island men, you got to watch them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you, I am
never
so
know
happy.
what they're
I am so happy. I'm so happy that me and another round, well, Jay has made our way on the same panels, because I did not know that me and her are this interlocked as far as our intuition goes.
See, you never know when you come on Actually Aubery for a panel. You never know. Alex, what are you doing over on your new channel?
Well, I'm strategizing content. I'm having my banner done now. So hopefully my banner will be up sometime the early part of this week.
You want to tell our audience what your channel name is?
Yes, for all you guys. Jeremy has already subscribed. Thank you, Jeremy. Ron and Jay.
That was an accident. Just kidding.
What a comedic timing, baby. Is
oh my goodness, that was an accident. Oh Lord, I accidentally went on your channel and subscribed.
Yes. I just hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. But it's called. My channel is called Magnetic Repellent. And I'm probably will add with Alex W. Leith, because that's what you guys know me as. Aubrey keeps asking me to put that on there, so I'm probably going to do that. But I'm going to just cover a variety of subject matter, and like Jeremy says in the comment, Alex getting ready to trigger a whole lot of people. So I'm gonna try not to do that, but I gotta be honest and speak my truth as I see it.
Are you gonna be bringing anybody from the manosphere over to your channel to talk? I know I know you're part of that.
Wants to know also, right?
I want to come. I keep it real.
That'll be. You'll be coming in down the road. Yes, sir. You'll be coming in down the road.
Oh, pause. What?
and Ron, we got Ron here, guys. I want to thank you, Ron, so much for showing up and showing out. We definitely got to have you come back so we can match up and see if you and Jay and Jeremy, what you guys said, what you said versus what they said, and what it ends up being, right?
Yeah, we're gonna see those predictions.
I mean, like
I predicted every episode.
None of my predictions came back false yet.
Okay. Well, with that being said, guys, I want to thank you all for being on the panel. You guys have been wonderful. I didn't know we were going to go this. I should have known. Ryan, you did this. Whenever I see you, it's always something over 2 hours. I don't know why, but it's always over 2 hours. But I have enjoyed myself, guys. I want to thank you so much for showing up and showing out. Jay, lovely Jay from Another Round, Jeremy from Jeremy Speaks TV, Alex from Magnetic Repellent, and Ron Freeman from I Am Ron Freeman on Instagram, right? So guys, look them up, add them to your list. These are all wonderful people, and we are out.